Opie and Anthony are no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
It's a fun, dopey radio show. Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me. I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I guess Dick Clark died. Let's get it out of the way. Everyone's like, I can't wait for the show tomorrow. Dick Clark died.
Yeah.
I don't.
Why?
We don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We've made all the jokes over the years.
We've done it.
Oh, God, I can't wait to listen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dick Clark died.
I'm going to listen because they're going to goof on the dead guy.
I bet you they say Happy New Year. Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New
Year.
Welcome aboard. Well, yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
I love how they've just mutated the whole America's oldest teenager thing on the news. They were just calling him America's teenager, which is
really?
totally different.
You know
He's known as America's oldest teenager, or was anyway, because, he got older, but he still was rocking.
Oh, I thought that was because he looked good for his age for many years.
Too. Yeah.
But to me, I'm thinking, what are they talking about? He's a middle-aged guy.
Yeah.
Well, now that
That's
we're
true.
at that point,
Oh,
we like to be considered old teenagers now. But
oh boy,
I never thought he looked like good for his age. I thought he just looked like his age.
Yeah, not a teenager.
Right.
That's for sure. But then on the news, they're like, oh, well, we've lost America's teenager. It's like, no, that changes the whole context of it.
Right.
They call him the oldest teenager.
Was he influential, you think?
Yeah, I believe Dick Clark was quite influential
But
to
why?
rock and roll.
Why? Because he got to say, and here's Elvis.
Yeah.
I don't like those type of DJs. I was one of those DJs for a while. I knew it was lame.
Yeah.
I knew it was lame when I was a music jock. I'm like, anyone could do this.
But I'm gathering back in the 60s and 70s and whatnot, it was probably
50s.
pretty
He started in
cutting
the
edge.
50s, I
Yeah. Actually, he started in 1945 in the mailroom of a radio station.
In upstate New York.
Yes, and he worked his way up, much like our own young Sam Roberts.
Well, Sam's still...
America's oldest douchebag.
Yeah.
Sam's still close to the mailroom. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Dick Clark moved way further on
Yeah,
than you
see
have,
what Dick
sir.
Clark did? He
also
didn't
put
do
a lot
a bunch of radio shows for free.
He put bands like Kiss on TV. He put a lot of bands on TV, man. Dick
Yeah.
Clark did a lot for
Weren't they
music.
going to be on TV anyway? That's my point.
Oh.
I don't know. A lot of them bands weren't getting the shots back then.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know,
They all
man.
a lot of them credit Dick Clark as
Yeah.
giving them their first shot.
Right.
Like I know a lot of bands kind of have an affection for him.
And a lot of the Negro bands he brought on board were. Why are you laughing, Sam? It's that was the vernacular of the day. They didn't say African American back then, or even black. They were called the Negro Acts. Would come on Dick Clark's American Bandstand.
The Coloreds.
And people would watch and go, "Holy shit! I had no idea they were Negroes."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some of those bands people listened to because they thought they were white, and then when
Yep.
they saw that they were Negroes, they had a problem, right?
Yeah. And by the way, this American Bandstand song, written and sung by.
I got it. I got that voice. Barry Manilow.
It's not a fucking Barry Manilow concert, people. But
I got it, Sam. I got it.
It is Barry Manilow.
We could hear that Barry Manilow in it. I didn't know that until today, by the way.
You know, he had a dog named Bagel. It was a beagle named Bagel.
Tippy Tom, how do we say this? Might have had sex with Barry Manilow, but no one's ever going to believe him. And now,
now
obviously, Tippy Tom's dead, so he can't tell anybody else.
Tippy Tom hanging out with Dick Clark right now.
Sure.
Talking about Barry Manilow and his beagle bagel.
I guess I liked the Dick Clark for a while there. Did you watch American Bandstand?
Yeah, I was more of an American Bandstand guy than I was a Soul Train guy.
Of course.
You know, because I was white.
Because the Soul Train people didn't hide the fact that they were black.
No, Soul Train scared me. It literally scared me. I'd watch black people doing some very provocative dances for the time with giant afros, and it was quite frightening to a young white boy.
I never understood the afro.
Yeah.
When they cut that shit down, then I was a little more relaxed when I was around black people.
They all looked
Hey,
like
if we're being
Black
honest here,
Panthers back then.
We come from an age where those afros would scare the living shit out of you.
Oh, yeah. You see an afro coming.
How do you grow something like that?
And the afro pick that was stuck into the afro so they could take it out and pick their hair or stab people.
Oh, my God.
It was frightening to me.
You know the bandolier?
Yeah.
Some company should come up with the afro where you can put all your shit in.
You just shove your shit in the afro.
Yeah.
See, that's fucking scary.
See, that just...
Big Angela Davis afro-wearing motherfucker.
I just never understood that. I tried. But I had fear in my soul.
It was fear.
When you came across the afro.
You know, being a child of the 80s, you do remember whether it was American Bandstand or Soul Train.
You do? Yeah, there's a dog walker near my building that went old school and has the afro.
Yeah.
And she's young. She can't be more than maybe, I don't know, 22, let's say. I think she's like a college girl, maybe just out of college.
Yeah.
It is the fucking sexiest thing ever, man.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not scared of the afro. And she's got it going on. It's way out like this.
Like that?
Oh, easily, yeah. Yeah.
Was that
a little looser than that?
Lauryn Hill?
No, that's not Lauryn Hill, is it?
I have no idea.
Even though Lauryn Hill did do the afro.
I don't know if I'd like the afro. It's too much hair.
It's too crazy.
Yeah. Like I don't like a perm on a white chick. I don't know if I'd like an afro.
The afro, if done right, is very sexy now. It's all right. Show me some afros that
No, the only
guys
afro
can get into.
I ever want to see is on a velvet painting over the bed of a black gentleman. Turn out to be assholes.
No, see, that's trimmed like a hedge.
Yeah, it is.
You kind of want it a little wild. Give me a little wild one.
Oh, wow. That is some crazy ass black bitch right there. She got the afro. She all greased up in a bikini. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who sings this?
This was
From Coming to America.
From Coming to America, yeah.
I know, but who sings it?
I don't know if it's a real song.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's just, no, it was for the commercial during the movie.
So it was a product in the.
So glow.
I mean, you want
all the grease would be there on the back of the chairs.
The mother, the father, and like their son or something got up, and there's 3 grease marks.
That was great.
Do you want to hear the first Dick Clark countdown and the last one?
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Oh boy! Well, that's cool. The guy carved his afro into a hat.
Where? Oh no!
Sam just had it. Look at that.
Oh really?
It's an afro hat.
Wow, that's cool.
It's got a bill on the front of it and everything. How do you do that? That's amazing.
Looks like wool.
It does.
I would hate that.
It does look like wool. Michael Jackson, when he was black and had an afro.
Yeah, but his was shitty.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's just shitty.
He had a big round afro when he was younger. And then
His afro looks like Janet from Three's Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of this girl with the afro that's a dog walker. And I'm telling you, I know how you think, but I think you might go, you know what? That's all right.
When you take the picture, go, you don't want to show, I'm normally not attracted to you people.
Yeah. The reaction there.
2011 countdown, is that the 2012 year, though?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was the last one then.
Do you want to hear, like, which one was the bad year?
That was like the first year that he did it after his dilemma.
I think it's 2006 where we had the Happy Do Year one.
Really? Because we got to hear Happy Do Year. Here's the first time he did the countdown in 1973.
You see the year 1973 just flashing briefly. When it hits there, you can bet your bottom dollar it'll be pandemonium.
Not a dollar.
Before it all happens, let me wish you the happiest of all New Year's. And watch out.
New Year.
Right now, Jenny Gump is running out of a room.
It is now 1973 as of now.
No countdown. He didn't even count it down. How about that? He just was like,
That was it?
that was it. And then what the fuck was that? Oh, I can't. I don't remember that being, the 80s.
And then 2004, I think, is when it started to kind of. This was the last time it sounded like something.
Oh, okay.
Yes, indeed, it's getting closer and closer. Count it down: 20, 19, 18, 17,
1918.
etc.
It's been around a long time.
We're gonna get there. Yes, indeed. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
How come a large crowd can't ever count down quickly?
2004.
Wow, he sounded great there.
He sounded great, and he was 74 right there.
Wow.
Sounding great at 74 years old.
Oh, boy.
And then the stroke, and I think he took a year off. Didn't he take a year off?
Yeah,
I
Regis
think he
did it
did.
1 year.
And then
Regis
back in 05, I think.
And then he came back in 06.
Ted died. I don't even know what time it is.
Did he fill in?
Regis Phil did.
How do you know that?
Because Erock just told me.
Oh, okay.
The amazing Erock, as I call him.
Fucking Erock. I mean, Regis fills in for everybody.
Yeah. Erock remembers that because as they were lowering him down the big pole in Times Square,
he didn't see Dick Clark
sliding down the pole.
You got some more Afro broads.
Oh, boy.
I saw that one where she was naked.
You like that?
Oh yeah, she would ruin you. God, she'd ruin you. Would you go there, Aunt?
You'd have to.
Oh, you know what? Aunt didn't say no right away.
That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
No.
She's very black. She looks very Hutu. No, Tutsi.
Tootsies?
She looks very Tutsi.
You're a fan of the Tootsies.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Hutu.
No, I know.
I'm
We
a fan
learned
of the
that from
Tutsi.
Francine.
Yeah.
We're Team Tootsie.
Yeah, I'm Team Tutsi.
All right, so Dick Clark in 2006, here's the drop-off that made everyone sad. And then we were sad for many New Years after this.
Many New Years.
We're less than 30 seconds away from the big moment, and we're coming up on 20 seconds. 30 seconds. There it goes. They're waiting in anticipation. Oh, what'll it get? There we go now. Look at her. Oh. All right. There it goes. Down she goes. 15, 14, 13, 12. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 2006.
2006. Where's Happy New Year?
God.
Where the fuck is Happy New Year?
Is Happy New Year one of those legends? That
No, we heard
people
Happy
never-
New Year.
There's so many things that people never really said. I don't know if he ever said Happy New Year.
I remember mocking him one year on stage because I was at the Borgata doing the, and it was I was on at midnight, and it was part of the gig was doing the countdown.
I was at that.
Oh, you were there with Dick Clark's.
You got me on stage to help you out.
Oh,
There's a
you were?
bunch of
Okay.
us.
Oh, wow.
And then Artie beat
Oh,
the
right.
shit out of somebody like he was a lion tamer in the lounge.
Artie and was Sherrod there too, or just Artie?
It was
just
Artie.
Okay.
Artie's
Wow.
an animal. Whatever. We've told that story a few times
Yeah.
too. He just took on half the lounge because these juice heads, as they like to say on the Jersey Shore, thought Artie stole their vodka. And
You're
Artie's
probably
like,
right.
But Artie goes, "I'm not." I guess back then, I don't know what.
Was he recovered back then? Okay.
He goes, I'm not even drinking. And he got all pissed off, and these guys insisted, and then Artie picked up a chair like a lion tamer and just fought all of them.
Yeah.
And then as the security guards are pulling him out of the place, he's off his feet. They're pulling him out of the place. He's waving to me and everybody else from the gig. No big deal. And then I'm thinking, this guy is going to be in jail. And I saw him at breakfast the next day. Like it was nothing. It was real...
It happens.
And it was a real fight. It wasn't one of these like, okay, everyone's cool, let's just move on. It was a sick fucking fight. Where's the Happy New Year, Erock?
Try the next one.
We don't want to do this all day.
Jesus. Could do it all day.
All right, we'll try it. Yeah. 2007 might have been Happy New Year.
We're coming up on the new year in 30 seconds. The crowd is getting louder and louder. We're about to say goodbye to the old year in 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
That's not it either.
That's Happy New Year. See, I think it's a legend. I think it's an urban legend.
No.
He never said Happy New Year.
Strokes are awful.
Yeah, we kind of know that firsthand, don't we?
It's funny, though, like when you hear Dick Clark, as bad as it sounded, like, wow, he wasn't in shape. When you saw Patrice's stroke, like, all right, well, Dick Clark still lived. I mean, it wasn't the quality life he was used to.
Right.
It wasn't, but he was still...
He probably
living a life and able to communicate and eat, and
he probably lived a pretty okay life
Yeah.
too, considering, you know.
But you see how much worse it could have been.
Yeah. You remember his Bleeps and Blunders, that show? Practical jokes, bleeps, blunders.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
With Ed McMahon, right?
Ed McMahon. Also, remember Carol Burnett had that little tug on the ear thing she would do when she left? Dick Clark had one where he literally turned around and would grab the cheek of his ass and give a little squeeze every time he would turn away to walk off stage as a little goodbye. I don't know who it was to or what he was doing, but he would grab his ass and fucking walk out. You could probably find...
Are you doing a bit?
No.
He actually grabbed his own ass.
Find a Dick Clark ass grab or something. There's got to be something, right? He'd grab his ass when he would
Happy
leave.
New Year was 2008.
2008?
Yes.
Who's saying that?
I am. Because I finally found it.
Oh, boy.
Because we got a... You know, instead of playing them all, we got a montage. We could go with the montage.
Can't find that?
Sam finds that. We'll get back to that.
Ass grab.
Sam will definitely find it.
Happy New Year!
Ah.
See, there's
that's
the
Happy New Year.
Can you hear that again?
Okay.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
And
then...
Like, what happens to you when you make the
happy
New Year?
Maybe his teeth are dry.
but what is the his teeth are dry like dry.
It's just so much fun to do.
Edgar?
Jimmy's characters, all of your dumb fucking characters. Just I'm obsessed with doing them all through the day after we're done with the show. I do nothing but Jimmy Norton characters.
My ex and I are in a kind of a fight on text.
How do you fight with an ex?
No, we're still friends because she got a job in a pot dispensary.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And
it's legal out there.
Yes,
it's a legalized shit.
Yeah, but Edgar has been texting her that she's no longer allowed to talk to Jelly because she's a potty.
A potty?
And a drug dealer. She's very upset.
A drug dealer.
Yeah, Edgar's been fucking giving her the
That's
business.
funny.
Here's the montage.
Happy 2004!
Happy 2006! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
He only had it's funny when you hear it like that one bad year.
One bad year with Happy New Year.
Beautiful. I asked, are these the good ones? Every time a celebrity dies, other celebrities feel like they have to say something, I don't know, what's the word? They have to kind of be...
Poignant
and reflective.
Reflective.
And it just turns out to be so douchey.
Oh, no.
Douchey.
Rest in peace, Dick Clark. New Year's Eve will never be the same.
Oh, who wrote that?
David Boreanaz.
From now on, it's going to be on July 6th.
No,
we're changing it.
Why wouldn't New Year's be the same? Why wouldn't it be the same? I think it's going to be a little happier.
Yeah,
but no one
true.
wants to talk about that. I tweeted every year for the last 5 or 6 years how depressing it was to watch him on New Year's Eve. It was depressing.
It did get a little depressing.
And everyone watched because they were like, oh, let's see how he handles it this year. It was kind of a freak show at the end. It really was. Joan Rivers. Very sad to hear about Dick Clark. What a great life. What a great career. Relevant until the end. He will be missed.
Well,
that one isn't as bad.
No.
I wonder if he put Joan on TV at one point too. He might have helped her at one point.
Seth Green, so saddened by Dick Clark's passing, an innovator, a legend, a man who believed in the greatness of humans. Thank you. Thank you.
What does that mean?
Thank you.
Thank you for what?
Greatness of humans.
What's the greatness of humans?
What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. What is he talking about is the best.
Did Michael Moore say anything since in Bowling for Columbine he just fucking walked up and started harassing him in that van? Remember that?
Yeah.
Dick Clark's like, shut the door. Close the door. Michael Moore. When Michael Moore does his very somber, like, Mr. Clark, do you know there are people that are working very hard, single mothers taking a bus, shut up. I hate this somber Michael Moore when he looks like he's sad talking to people. What a phony baloney.
Okay, here we go. These are the ones I hate.
Found good one?
Who's Sean Ryan?
Sean Ryan.
These are celebrity tweets about Dick Clark. Hope Dick Clark somewhere. Here we go. Are you ready for the somewhere?
Somewhere. Oh, no. I hate when they speculate where he is. You know where he is? The morgue.
Hope Dick Clark somewhere spinning a hip new single for the kids and ringing in the new year.
Why would he be doing that now?
Why is every night New Year's Eve in heaven?
What did that say again?
In the magical place in the clouds?
Hope Dick Clark somewhere spinning a hip new single for the kids and ringing in the new year.
Who said that?
Why do people do that? I honestly,
first of all, that means the kids are dead. Right? He's spinning
really.
a single for the kids. They're dead.
Right. For dead kids is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hope a guy who lived 82 years is spinning a record for someone who lived 13 and fucking died.
And died.
Meth overdose.
And heaven is going to work every day?
Yeah, that's heaven.
Would you guys want to do a show in heaven every single day?
No. Guess what? In heaven, I don't want to be doing this shit.
Yeah.
Anything but.
But there's
And I
Dick
bet
Clark.
you Dick Clark is the same way.
Working. Relax.
Especially if it was trashing management. I wouldn't want that in heaven.
Yeah. Why do people do that? I understand, when Patrice passed, we were all bummed out and stuff, but we didn't get hokey with it, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
Did
the guy
we?
that wanted him up there to laugh, he just died. It stinks.
It sucked.
Plus, he wouldn't want to be performing every single day up there.
No.
Kings of Leon. Who was Sean Ryan, by the way?
I don't know. There's a few. What's his Twitter name?
It don't matter then. Fuck it. One of the Kings of Leons writes, R.I.P. Dick Clark. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
It's a surprise.
It ain't so. It is, but
it is. It's one of the community people, Yvette Nicole Brown, heartbroken. Nothing else to say. Sad face.
Nothing else to say. What's wrong with you?
Why are you heartbroken? You didn't know the guy.
Don't say anything.
Boy.
Let's see. NBC News, Chuck Todd. Ugh, Chuck Todd.
You don't like him?
No. Am still amazed that Dick Clark was only 82. What a career. Of course, he looked 49 for 25 years.
America's oldest 49-year-old.
He was only 80. Does that mean he looked really old at the end?
Yeah.
That's not a nice thing to say.
Yeah, he looked 45 until he looked dead. That's a lovely tweet.
Debbie Gibson, just heard about Dick Clark. Oh, man, so sad. I don't think it's sad when someone makes it in their 80s.
It's in their 80s.
We're all going to die,
Had
man.
some
You
problems.
get into your 80s, I don't think it's that sad.
Especially since he had the big stroke and then had several years after that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. As opposed to other people who have a stroke and are just dead in a month because they can't move.
Good point.
Still got to host a show.
Exactly. He's taking a nice, fun New Year's Eve gig. I twittered something. I said, I guess God needed records.
Records? God needed records.
I'm sure he could get the radio in heaven from here.
See,
this
is a good tweet. It's Jimmy Kimmel. He writes, I had the pleasure of working with Dick Clark many times. Great guy. And then he writes some trivia. Did you know he hated music? That's good. That's right?
Who wrote that one?
Jimmy Kimmel.
That is funny. God damn, that Jimmy Kimmel's funny.
He's smart too because he uses the web and stuff. Like
Kimmel throws out clips to YouTube. They become viral, and then it comes back and helps out the show because then you're turning on new people, and now they're watching Jimmy Kimmel on a regular basis. I've been trying to tell these guys forever.
They don't get it. We have the web in here, cobweb, right? Am I right,
That's
guys?
not funny. That's wordplay.
Oh, Jesus.
But good news, we're talking about a podcast, which means if we're still around in October, then wait another year and maybe eventually we'll do it. But we're talking about it. Because I said, look, you throw an hour of O&A on the podcast. The podcast world is blowing up, so we could be in that world. You give them a taste like a drug dealer. Give them an hour, and you're going to turn people onto the show.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it for a while.
Turn people onto the show.
By the way, it'll never happen, is what my point is.
Jimmy Kimmel's got a visual element, though.
Yeah.
Well, he has a visual element.
That's true.
It's on
Well, every once in a while, we get people that tape our interviews, and then they put it on a website that no one goes to, so that's pretty good.
That's the visual element.
That's pretty good, though.
Did they put? Let me ask you a question.
I don't know.
The interviews that we tape with celebrities.
Yeah.
Do they put them on YouTube or something?
No.
Why would they?
No, they only put it on their site because they want to control everything, and no one goes to their site on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That's the last interview.
Shaq, Aziz.
Aziz was at least a month ago.
I know they're working on a Ricky Gervais.
How are they?
How does it work? What's it work on?
What are you talking about? When I film every once in a while, it's up within hours. What are they working on?
What's to work on from last Friday?
I don't know if they do it for
Not
the
today. I don't want to be fucking pissed
Maybe
off
I shouldn't
today.
even tell
No,
you.
What?
Don't do it to me, Sam.
I don't know if they do.
What are they working on? It's an interview. It's like you find a quick 30 seconds that was kind of cool, and you throw it up there immediately.
I cannot confirm that they do this for videos, but I know for audio clips, when we do it through our publicity departments.
Did you hear that?
What happened? You all right?
My stomach was growling. It just went.
That's
an inside
photo
fart.
of a cock on the screen.
Delicious treat.
What happened, Sam?
For audio, I know they run it through
legal.
Yeah, and they contact publicists and make sure everybody's okay with it before it goes up.
Don't they sign that when they fucking sign the thing?
You think?
Yes.
All right.
So why would they need to do that?
They don't want to get anybody upset.
Oh my God! Please, seriously, we got to leave here. All right, we have to leave here, and we got to. I'll build a studio in New York so we get the celebrities, and we'll fucking podcast our asses off. We have to do this. Why would they do that? If a celebrity comes in and signs paperwork, it's all good. And by the way, the stuff that the celebrities might be a little pissed off about is the stuff that the viewers, the listeners would want to see.
Now, what did they not like to put up there?
I don't know. It's never been the case that I've heard anything get specifically turned down. I just know that that's the vetting process for audio.
Why isn't Gervais up immediately?
Ricky Gervais should have been up immediately.
Oh, exactly.
He is a massive
I also
A-lister.
know that their web team is
horrible.
It's not horrible. It's just
shitty,
very small.
Small. They're probably overwhelmed with the entire company.
Yeah.
How about this? I'm a small guy. I get my fucking stuff up there.
There's maybe 2 people who film for the entire platform.
All right.
But what are they doing aside from putting Ricky Gervais up on the side? What's more important than that? The guy just was filming with Jerry Seinfeld for Jerry's new show.
What new show?
Oh, what?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jerry's got some kind of new show.
Well,
he's
how about
doing.
you put your people that you've seen around? I didn't say friends, and me.
Not you.
What do we got?
Well, they put Gervais on their YouTube stuff, but not on our actual website.
Okay. Wait, so there is a YouTube site?
Yeah, if you go to YouTube/Sirius or Sirius.
So they could just link it to there or something. Why haven't they?
You could
how many views does Gervais have?
100.
Yeah, because no one knows.
No one knows that even exists.
Exactly.
Dude, I throw a video of Jimmy farting.
dear
It does
Lord.
30, 40,000 like it's nothing.
Oh, dear
They only
Lord.
have 100 views on the Ricky Gervais because they don't know how to market. They don't know how to do shit.
Oh, dear Lord.
They don't know how to do shit.
It did just go up yesterday afternoon, so maybe it's...
Dude, yeah, but that 100 views?
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, 100.
My dumb videos, and they're dumb, do 5,000 overnight easy. And this is a Ricky Gervais interview.
He was in my seat. Yay, Ricky.
Yes, he was. He was sitting right there.
Maybe we could tweet about it.
But why aren't they promoting it properly?
You're hysterical.
Every other Ricky Gervais
tweet about it.
video does some of them hundreds of thousands of views.
There's a competition now. Someone sent me a link to in England, like the best British comic of all time.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't know a lot of the guys. Some of the guys I know who they are. And he's number 1 right now. Stephen Merchant is number 2. Again, I don't know if that will last. I forget who number 3 is. Jimmy Carr, who I know I've done festival with, is funny. Stephen Carr. Jimmy Carr is a funny fuck, man. If he's ever around, we should put him
absolutely.
on. Yeah.
Very good.
I didn't realize how fucking famous he was.
Yeah.
Annoys me. I watched a moment of his special. He has a special. It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Wow.
And he's got like 6 of them.
Really?
Who does that kind of time?
Hour. That's crazy.
And they're also putting up Kevin Hart, and they're going to put up John Cusack, too.
On the site that gets 99 views.
What about Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, they were in here. They were in here for that.
He's a huge A-lister. When is that going up? When is the Ricky Gervais going up?
Why don't they all
website?
just go up?
Yes.
Why don't they just put them all up?
Because they truly suck at marketing.
They do want to control everything. They do want to control
They're horrendous.
The media.
Their YouTube site. Run through the views on these videos for me.
Okay.
This is laughable. I did a dumb video of Jimmy getting punched by Rashad Evans. It's pushing 20,000 views, and we haven't even really pushed it.
Right.
We haven't even pushed it.
Well,
give me some views on some big celebrities that SiriusXM filmed.
Gayle King talking about Trayvon Martin.
You would think that would be a fucking huge video, right? How many views so far?
1,000 over the past 2 weeks.
That's horrendous.
Oh, Gayle King talking about Trayvon Martin and Jay-Z.
Right.
376 over the past
big
2
drop
weeks.
off.
All right. What about our Shaq interview? I see that's up there.
Wow.
Over 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
830.
That is somebody should be
horrendous.
fired.
It's terrible.
Somebody should be fired.
Dude, that's making me angry. That's so terrible.
Yeah.
Aziz has
I do
1,000.
marketing on the side for the show when I can, and I blow this shit away. And that's not even my expertise. Whoever is in charge of this should be fired. I'm not even joking.
I've watched the Shaq video about 600 times.
How about Donald Sutherland? That was a huge interview.
Sutherland.
For a huge movie, by the way, Hunger Games. How many?
There's 2 of them.
Okay.
The one about him talking about Animal House has 3,900.
Animal.
Ooh.
That's
Over
not
3 weeks.
Don't even start. That's not even good, believe it or not. That's not even good.
No, it's terrible.
The one talking about Hunger Games is 3,400.
Oh.
All right. Who else of significance is on their site?
And that's a guy who's in a genuine blockbuster.
Who are those guys? Are they?
Well, that's One Direction. I mean, that's got.
Oh yeah.
That's got. This one has 700,000 views.
Yeah, but that's
One
that
Direction.
goes beyond.
What is One
marketing.
Direction?
They're the
They're a big
hottest
boy
pop.
band.
They're the hottest boy band around.
Are they?
I got to try to get tickets for my niece.
When were
and
they
it's
here?
not happening.
Were they here?
They're about a month
Who did
ago.
George Lucas talk to?
Bill Bradley.
Bill Bradley has a radio show here.
Yeah. Basketball guy.
He is a bore.
Bill Bradley.
Senator.
You ever
Bill
hear
Bradley.
him talk? He's a bore.
Bill Bradley smells badly. You ever see what's happening? Mr. Bradley smells badly. Raj and D got in trouble.
When George Lucas talking about Red Tails and Star Wars, it's George Lucas.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What? How many?
Over the course of 1 month,
Yeah.
393.
2 fantasy.
You had George Lucas
2
in
fantasy
here.
movies.
You had George Lucas in here. You filmed him, and after 2 months, it's only 400 views. Under 400 views.
Another one. It says George Lucas Star Wars written to the technology has 1,000 views over the course of a month.
Whoever's in charge of this should get fired. I'm not even joking.
truly
it's
terrible.
horrendous.
Dear sweet Lord.
You're not doing it properly.
I'll tell you what it is. It's lazy. It's what I mean by lazy is mentally it's lazy because it's putting it up, it's going through the physical and then leaving it and doing nothing for it. That's why Kimmel's a smart dude because his show feels relevant because he uses these weird clips. And guys who are obsessed with the computer will see things online and then see him on Kimmel, and it just feels like he's living in the world today.
Now, you take SiriusXM, you put it up against Kimmel, it's equal in a way, okay, as far as exposure goes. So go to Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel to prove our point.
Well, I was just going to say Stephen Merchant getting unmasked a month ago has 94 views.
Stephen Merchant.
94 views, and meanwhile...
94
Although
views.
this one's more... Rich Voss getting unmasked has 78 views, which, I mean, for Voss isn't bad.
Holy shit.
Dude, Stephen Merchant's number 2 in that British poll. Like, the fact that you can't get people in England...
Right.
To watch a Stephen Merchant in-depth interview.
Right, because they don't know how to work it.
They don't tag them right either.
They don't know how to work it, and they don't know how to feed them. You got to feed the machine. Here's Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube page. Now give me some of his.
Oh,
No, they're not doing a good job either.
Wow, what the fuck?
Well, these are all from 5 hours ago.
Well, yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Never mind.
Yeah. Those.
No, because and people make fun of me when I put a video up like, oh, only 301 views so far. It's like, no, that's where YouTube stops their counter for some reason, and then they catch up like 12 hours later.
His interview with Mark Harmon,
right,
from 1 day ago has 4,500 views already.
And no one cares about Mark Harmon.
No one gives a turkey. Excuse my
Gavin
French.
DeGraw, Opie, your guy from Dancing with the Stars.
Love this guy.
7,000 from a day ago. Gary Busey tax tips from 2 days ago has 9,700.
See, that's a funny idea. Like,
Yeah.
I heard he had Oldman read something in the Jersey Shore synopsis or something in his best Shakespearean accent.
That shit's good.
He has some creative thinkers that work for him, man.
We're just scared to ask the celebrities that come in here to do anything different, to do anything extra.
Because they usually just go, nah.
They're also more likely, honestly, in fairness to us, A, we are a little lazy. We don't think of it. I mean, then B, they're more likely to do it on TV than they are.
Yeah, they also,
on
like,
radio.
when they do Jimmy Kimmel, you have them there. Like, when they're here to do our show, they're also here to do 100 other shows.
Yeah,
So
and they just take TV more seriously.
Yeah.
More importantly, thank you to Rat Spit from Vegas. There's a video called "How to Change Your Wiper Blades" on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
That has 2.4 million views.
Oh, there you go. That's great. That's nice.
You don't think the web team here does the right?
They're horrendous. They really are horrible, horrible. I'd film so much more, but I'm part of the show, so I do what I can.
Yeah,
you should
Sometimes
do
I'm
the
asking questions and I'm holding a camera up because I don't trust these guys to do the right thing. But my shit is current, at least. They're still working on the Ricky Gervais video.
Well, that one's done. I was wrong about that.
It's not up on Sirius XM though.
It's on the YouTube page.
But it should be
not
on Sirius XM.
It's not on our website.
Their main website. It should be there, front and center. And then they should, push people to that site to see the video. Yeah, whatever. I made my money. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Sounds like you give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Jason Alexander and about Dick Clark.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Clark, you brought us the soundtrack of our lives.
Does dead Dick Clark follow Jason Alexander? Is his Twitter following? Can he see that? Is he unblocked or anything?
Oh,
Dead Dick Clark? Why would you write something?
You're trying to say Mr. Clark's not hearing these?
I don't think
or
he's
reading
reading.
these tweets.
Why are people
the
calling him
tweets.
Mr. Clark now that he did? No one called him
Yeah.
Mr. Clark. Like, it was just, hey, Dick.
He was always Dick Clark.
Yeah, Mr. Clark.
You brought us the soundtrack of our lives.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Clark, tear down that wall.
This is the douchiest one. Jason Alexander, the guy that was funny on Seinfeld.
Fucking George Costanza, one of the greatest sitcom characters ever.
But Ant brought to our attention, not a funny guy whatsoever.
I want to stop following him, but I can't.
Why?
Because I don't want to remember George Costanza as Jason Alexander through his tweets, because they're awful.
Mm-hmm.
Are they bad?
But I gotta read them because they're awful. Why do that to myself?
I don't read his Twitter. What's that one?
His last tweet was, "Lunch with my pal Martin Short. It doesn't get more fun."
I bet it does.
Oh, I bet it does.
I
Blow
bet.
job with my pal Scarlett Johansson. Much better than lunch with my pal Martin Short.
So Jason Alexander, there was more to his tweet.
Oh, no.
This is the worst one so far. We might have to give him the title. Mr. Clark, you brought us the soundtrack of our lives. Thank you. Hope you're jamming with the best.
I don't think Dick Clark jammed with anybody.
No, he just played
He didn't
records.
play. He played records. He introduced bands. He didn't play with them.
These guys want to have a connection to the guy. They never had a real connection with him when he was alive.
I don't think he was jamming.
How about the Jonas Brothers?
Oh, well.
They got a lot of followers.
Oh, those young kids and their rock and roll music.
You'll continue to be an inspiration to us all, Dick Clark.
Inspiration for what, though?
Thanks for the amazing years you were with us. You'll truly be missed.
The amazing rockin' years.
Yeah. Rockin'
You missed the biggest part.
Oh, you're right. Thanks for the
Rockin'.
amazing
Rockin'
years.
years. What is that, Forgy?
Flaggy, yeah.
Forgy. The Jonas Jonas Brothers.
Snoop's actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, most of them aren't that bad, but then you get something like Jason Alexander and a few others that
You're
are
smoking a big
douchey.
blunt up there. Oh, smoking up. Is he going to do a hologram Dick Clark for New Year's Eve?
Snoop
That'd
wrote,
be cool.
Rest in peace to the Dick Clark. You were pioneer and a good man. Thank you, sir.
Did he have a pie in his ear? Did he really, though? It's very strange to have that.
It's not that mean.
Oh, sorry.
Bravo to Peter Stiff from Minnesota. He writes, "What did the Strokes say?"
Oh, my goodness.
Well, there's a band called the Strokes, and I'm sure they would have had something to say about the passing of Dick Clark.
Gotcha.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da.
There it is.
There it is. Thank you.
Hey, dog, bagel and bagel. Here we come full circle.
We should bring up the $10,000 pyramid.
All right. He was the host of the game show. There it is. Oh, this is horrible music.
This reminds me of being home from school, though.
Yes. Yes, it's very cool. Yeah, it does.
Remember having a fever and watching this?
Oh, it's
You're
great.
so right.
I loved
You'd watch
having a
just
fever
game
when I
show
was a kid.
and the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, you're just laying on the couch with a blanket on you.
Yeah.
Some medicine on the fucking coffee
Remember
table.
that? Those horrendous fevers, but you had this to keep you company.
Yeah.
Also,
And you wouldn't sleep in your bed. It would, your mom or, well, my mom would set me up nice on the couch.
Gotta be on the couch, yeah.
All nice for the day.
So that's where the TV was. Did you
Felt
say-
a little special while the rest of my brothers and sisters were at school.
You know what made me feel like I missed school was what was the one with Bob Barker? Price is Right.
Price is Right.
That one really made me, because that was what, like 11:30 in the morning, and that made you start to feel like you were in afternoon.
Yeah.
So by the time that was over, you usually felt a little bit better, and you're like, oh no, I can't go out for the rest of the day. Like that was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You
that was
kinda-
like getting into the I fucked up place.
I fucked up. You're like, shit, I got off of school, but now school would have been over.
Oh, you're so
and now I
right.
can't do anything.
11th, that was the switch over where you started to feel after lunch,
Yeah,
like, oh
'cause
shit.
Ideally, at 3, you're like, all right, cool, my sick day's over. Now I want to go do my shit
I'm
outside.
out of here, yo.
No, I have to fucking fake it all the way to nighttime.
Yeah.
It was always a quandary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You miss the school, but you don't get to do all the cool shit.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
After school.
Did you say you watched the $10,000 pyramid or $25,000 pyramid?
$25,000 for me. Why?
That was you?
Yeah, because I'm a child of the 80s.
I just
I
watched
know what you're getting
something
at, Sam.
called The Pyramid.
Okay.
I watched the 25,000. Why?
Well, $10,000 pyramid was definitely the 70s, not the 80s.
Not only the 70s, you're
Like early 70s. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. But I think Ant brought it to our attention that Dick Clark was a cocky son of a bitch when
I
he had all
hated
the
that.
answers in front of him and made believe he just kind of knew everything.
Yeah, he'd sit there. What they would do is, you'd have to describe something without using the actual term, or there were some other rules. And then your back is to the pyramid, and then the person would see the clues, the word, and have to give you clues.
It was a
You'd
hard
have
game.
to guess it. It was very hard. And Dick Clark would be like, "Okay, don't turn around, don't turn around." Go. So you passed on that one. Let's. What if I would have said a car, tires,
Things Ted Kennedy uses to kill women with.
I like this game.
It's like, wow, first of all, he had the whole fucking time to think about it. He knew the answer.
Right.
He's fucking telling clues. And it's like, why am I sitting here still taking clues with my back turned for nothing?
Right.
Not going to make any money now,
Yeah,
Dick.
it don't matter anymore.
Now you're just fucking with me.
Right. Let me go backstage and eat some of the buffet. I'm out
Yeah,
of here.
yeah.
You're so right.
As Sandy Duncan fucking sits there and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." Sandy Duncan's still walking away with a paycheck.
Sure, and one eye.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Rock.
That was another staple for Charles Nelson Riley.
Oh, yeah. Charles Nelson Riley was on there a lot. Ho, 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 ho. Delicious things. A penis, cum, testicles. He's so gay.
But no one really knew.
Oh.
People were just weird back then.
Pleasurable things. A penis in the ass. Poppers. Amyl nitrate poppers. With my Ghost and Mrs. Your Money. That was a show we did. $25,000 pyramid from 1987.
Wow, he did that show for a while too, huh?
Child thereof.
Oh,
That's
God,
right.
then it wasn't that $25,000 one for me. It was the $10,000.
10,000?
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when they bumped it up to 25,000. Then wasn't there a $50,000 pyramid?
Yeah, it might have been.
Something like that.
Why don't we
was out of
bring
high
that
school.
back? We should bring that back.
Yeah.
Ryan
the old
Seacrest
pyramid.
gets to do all that shit now.
I don't like when they do the fucking old game shows and bring them back with new hosts.
Right.
It just looks weird, right?
You
Game
know
Show
what
Network,
You know
they
what
do that.
Yeah. They just recently brought back
Press Your Luck.
did they bring Press Your Luck
Oh
back?
yeah, but you can't cheat anymore. That board is all sorts
They
of
fixed
fucked
that
up.
shit.
Family Feud again, too.
They brought Family
Steve
Feud
Harvey.
never went away. They just kept changing the host and stuff. But they what the fuck was that one? Oh, Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, right.
They brought back, which is the dumbest
With Wayne
fucking
Brady,
show.
right?
Wayne Brady.
We just
hosted.
passed on that Wayne Brady.
Why would you say that?
Because
And-
fuck
and
Wayne Brady. When
fuck
he was
Wayne Brady.
really huge, he didn't come in here. Now he needs us.
And I honestly
Oh, we don't
think
need you, sir. Fuck a list for Wayne Brady. Write it down, Sam.
I honestly think on that show, Let's Make a Deal Now. I think they have costumes, and they just
give it to the people.
Give people.
No, why? Because some asshole is overthinking that too and going,
Right.
you know, it just doesn't look right. We gotta make this look cooler.
Like in the old one,
you just dressed
You know
up.
damn well people showed up at the television studio
Like it was
wearing
Halloween.
wacky, outrageous fucking costumes
How
to
do
get
you
noticed.
how do you know there are costumes that they give them?
I don't know. There's some that just look bad, like they
that?
look like it's,
Lollipop Lady.
She might have come with that.
Yeah.
That's kind of
You're
silly.
supposed to be a hemorrhoid.
Nice to meet you, Marilyn. Now, Marilyn, welcome to the show. Marilyn, stop bouncing, sweetheart. Stop. Marilyn,
It's-
yeah, please. No. Stop. Really.
It's
really,
getting a
'cause
little
the show get canceled, Marilyn. You have
rambunctious.
to really.
Gosh, you got big boobies bouncing.
Really, Marilyn, I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. I don't want to go back to dancing on the sidewalk.
Nice fat tits, Marilyn.
Yeah.
Nice big lollipop tits.
And that's like a show that you can't really bring
It's
back.
got 41,000 views, by the way.
Oh, I know. God.
Chick with tits and a fucking lollipop
Yeah,
hat.
I know.
Let's Make a Deal was a show that was kind of for that time. It's just some kind of wacky thing. People aren't going to dress up to come to a stupid TV show and win fucking salad dressing.
Otto has the funniest joke about Let's Make a Deal. Where the shit that Monty Hall would always want. Was that the one? Monty Hall?
Yeah.
They would never have. Like at the end, he'd come out. Anybody got any turtle shit? Miss, anyone got any turtle shit in their purse? I'll give you $10 if you have a needle, like 25 if it's got AIDS in it. I remember that joke from like 92.
Nice.
That's a funny
That
joke.
is really Otto and George on Twitter.
Turtle
great.
shit in your purse.
I wouldn't be surprised if they hand out shit to people too now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Put this in your purse. We might be calling this item.
yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. Like that Wonder Woman costume. I'm not buying that. I think they just found
hope not.
a
It wouldn't
girl.
fit you.
You're an asshole. Oh, boy, Chippa.
I guess that's about it for Dick Clark.
Oh, my
We
God.
hardly knew.
Is that Monty Hall? They brought him out for the...
Where? How does he look? Oh boy,
He don't look that bad, though.
He
doesn't look all that bad.
He looks all right.
Remember him on The Odd Couple? He was Oscar's friend.
Decade of making deals.
Thank you.
Mr. Monty.
He's walking up those stairs. It's like a hunchback. Wow.
He looks great.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's just his hair looks.
Oh, boy.
So
Okay.
much being here.
It's a joy. It's a pleasure.
Wonderful having you.
He does look good for that old.
So much fun watching you do the show. I'm enjoying you.
What?
I never thought they'd replace me with a colored.
I swear to God.
Just because he's all. I know. I'm thinking like because
They
he's
come
old
from
school.
another time.
It's another time.
You do a good job, boy.
Yeah.
Old 1960.
I'm going to let you do what you do, which is what you did before I did it. So I'm going to watch you do what you do over there. Ladies and gentlemen, Monty Hall.
Let's see if he can still do it.
Monty Hall.
How old is Monty Hall? You think
He's got to be in
80?
his 80s.
80 something?
Come, does he go with you? Come then. Come on.
He's working it. He's sharp as a tack.
Maybe we have more room up here if we just stand over here because this
Couple of,
allows Jonathan to come down with
an
something.
African-American
There's more,
couple?
just a little bit over here. That's it.
Oh, they're bringing down a
Chanel, right?
little game board that they used to do right in the aisle there. They would play their little games.
You're getting heavier every day. Jonathan, did you grow a couple inches since yesterday?
I'm also wearing my heels.
Oh, I see. High heels. I'm going to do that from now on. Now, Jonathan's brought down a money board here. It's a very interesting money board.
Oh, boy. What happens to old people? We just
Okay.
can't talk anymore.
13 of them have money. and 2 of them do not have money.
I want to see if they win the money.
Well, it's so visual, though. It's so visual.
How come we can't just show? Oh, that's
why do you do this to me?
The
You know,
visual media.
you know the listeners don't want to hear me bitch.
Well, that's a fair point to bitch about. Though.
All right.
That's a fair point.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, we bitch about some stuff that's like, all right, but that's a fair point.
Oh, God. The web team has to go.
A
Marketing
new
team
car!
has to go.
By the way, this Make a Deal,
Yeah.
46,000 views.
46,000 views for Let's
And
Make
no one
a
thinks
Fucking
about Let's
Deal.
Make a Deal anymore.
No.
Not even the old ones. This is the new one. Who cares?
Wayne Brady one.
We had
the Wayne Brady
We had
one.
George Lucas, and how many views? Like 300 or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the fucking Star Wars guy.
He's actually talking about Star Wars, too.
He's talking about Star Wars.
Let's make a baby. That'd be a great show.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's make a baby.
Yeah.
this is what I say today, quickly. Instead of half these idiots just staring at the stock price all day long, how about you look into what's going on around here?
Yeah.
How about you check people's work? A George Lucas video should have more than 400 views.
They were zonked right off the bat?
Yeah, they
Oh, that's not
fucking
right.
suck.
It's because they're black, right?
Yep.
That's a
Yeah, they just wanna
racist
get-
fucking show.
They just want the blacks to sit back down.
Yeah. They want white people to win
Stop
more
showing
money.
up here.
Yeah.
Oh, look who we got on TV.
Talk about our love for rock and roll. Dick
Uncle
Clark
Brucey,
made a
Cousin
lot of
Brucey.
these
We like
people
Cousin-
that we know
Cousin
had
Brucey.
a
Oh,
video
Cousin
of our shows
Brucey,
last night. And everybody, to a man or a woman, said, this is the nicest guy. The common denominator was
What a great head of
sweet,
hair on
caring,
Cousin Brucey.
somebody
It's just
who
a
really
big,
loved
nice,
what
thick
he was
head of
doing.
hair.
And
He
if he
nails it
believed
on.
in something, he would go ahead. This is who Dick Clark
It
is.
looks
We have to
freshly
understand.
dry
This one
cleaned.
Dick Clark, the guy we knew at our home that we felt was a friend of ours,
just
a
his
family
dog.
member.
Oh,
Then it was
man.
Dick
Yeah,
Clark, the
it's going to
businessman.
poke its little head up.
Astute, very
Look at how
tough. I mean, if you
curly it
wanted
is
to
on
do
top
something,
and how
it's nothing
straight it
stop.
is on the
He was
side.
brilliant. He was a
horrible.
brilliant producer. He had a great eye. He ran a bunch of award
shut
shows,
up.
game shows,
Well,
New Year's
shut
Eve
up.
show. He was
Amazing.
smart.
And very early,
Hey,
very
cousins.
early realizing that music is not a racial issue.
What?
He was one of the very first on a national level. And he decided when he was on the road with his caravan.
Why does
the
Cousin
Dick
Brucey
Clark
always
caravan
sound like he has a
stars,
cold?
He
there were
does,
many
yeah.
Why,
times
though?
that he'd go into a
He looks
town
good.
that was not
And he sounds
enlightened
great.
yet,
Yeah, he
to
sounds great,
racial
but he
issues.
sounds
And
very
they'd say, well,
nasally.
the black artists have to stay over there
Oh,
off
boy.
the stage with the white artists. Dick Clark
Ah,
said
the
this,
good
and
old
this has
days.
happened
What?
many times factually, that if we don't all go out together, we go out. We will pull
Wow.
the show out. And he meant it. He put people back in the bus. It was amazing. He had
So he
this
was
in his
also a
heart.
music
He had
lover.
a heart of rock and roll. Every act. And he made his book that said, hey, Dick Clark helped my career. Looks like the New York Telephone Directory. I mean, this guy has been just amazing with that.
Dating himself. New York Telephone Directory? What is that?
We use Yelp now.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's all about Yelp.
I let my fingers do the walking. Eh, cousins?
What about you? What do you think? You think it's going to make it? We discovered a lot of stars together.
How
He
come
was
when
on
they show
national
these old
television,
shows like
and I was
Bandstand
on-
and whatnot, it's all black and white and everything, but the girls are teens, and they look like they're in their 40s.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Because
weird?
every picture of your mother, she looks like that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Every picture of your mom.
They're wearing
she's-
those dumb cat glasses and fucking
Yeah.
their hair is made up like an old maid.
Yeah, they're doing an awful dance. Don't let the blacks on the dance floor with us.
They're dancing to Star Wars music on Bandstand.
Yeah.
That's cutting
They have
edge.
their knee-high socks.
Very innovative.
Yeah. Oh, look, they have Ducky Boy hairdos.
Yeah, they would like have dresses that look like tablecloths.
Just
Yeah, they just looked old.
They're all wearing scarves, like a silk
Yeah,
scarf,
yeah.
a sweater.
Yeah.
Their pits are sweating in their sweater.
Yeah, they just looked old. Fucking what it is.
Rotten, hairy vaginas and big fucking panties. Yuck.
Bloomers. They had the big bloomers that were tight around the leg holes and tight around the waist, but then real puffy and stuff in the middle. All the better to hold your maxi pad and belt that held on the fucking apparatus with clips and fucking springs. How you bitches used to wear them fucking maxi pads is beyond me.
And Cousin Brucey sounds really good. Like, he just talked. You know, he's a very good talker.
Yeah, it's very natural.
Yeah, he can still just go and make a few good points in a row
Yeah.
without being fucking prompted.
Yeah.
That's like condescending to say about an old person.
I
but
know, it
you
really
you know
is.
what I mean.
Oh, he functions very well for an old person.
You guys follow the Iron Sheik?
No.
_Iron Sheik. You want to read some of
Is
his?
he real, though? Come on. That's not the real
I think
Iron
it's
Sheik.
that dopey Jewish guy that.
Oh, right. That exploits him?
Yeah, that exploits him. I think he writes
exploits the pissing
his
wrestler.
Twitter.
There's no BS with ESS.
Yeah, read some of his Dick Clark tweets because he was very reflective. Very reflective.
I humble him.
The Dick Clark have the dick sex with the Mexican Jose Canseco because he don't like the black people. Fuck him, motherfucker. Hashtag Team Shiki.
Team
Shiki.
When did he tweet that?
13 hours ago.
Holy shit.
The Dick Clark don't respect the black people. I hope he get fucked by blackest brother in the prison. Team Shiki.
Yeah, that's not the Iron Sheiks people. That's just a fucking goof account. It has to be.
Fucking hilarious. He has 115,000 fucking followers.
Wow.
This guy.
It probably is somebody in
his
How could they
camp?
be that stupid? Like for no reason.
Because the Iron Sheik's not doing anything else.
And they want
He can't
negative.
even
They
fucking
want.
walk.
They know negative attention is still
Okay.
attention.
He's still a heel, right?
Yeah, right. What else?
I put him in camel clutch and humbled him.
Oh, he's got a Virgil reference.
The no Dick Clark is worse than the Virgil. And no Dick. The no Dick Clark is worse than the Virgil and deserved to get his ass humble old country and new country way. Hashtag Team Shiki.
Wow.
Well, they know enough to. It's funny they know enough to do Team Shiki.
Yeah, yeah.
To read the one about choking on his balls.
Dick Clark deserved to choke on his balls because he don't respect the new generation music or the legend. Hashtag Team Shiki.
Hashtag Team Shiki.
Yeah, he's a good one to follow on Twitter.
That does look like a good one.
Or one of his people. They're out of their mind.
My cock.
Yeah, I think it is because it's all like, and then all the pictures are him meeting fans and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's him.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
don't look good.
it's his
not
camp.
him. Yeah.
It's his camp. He can't write stuff like that. We should break because we got a new Mel Gibson tape.
Oh, yeah.
We got a kid shitting her pants, and it's the top story on the news.
What?
I think we can't do that.
What's that top story?
Because it's, I don't know. We're going to find out.
Bieber impersonator busted? The guy didn't even look like Bieber.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that wasn't really him. Want my money back.
And we also got a pilot bragging about, having sex and
Right,
stuff from
that clip.
yesterday.
Yes.
It's great. He didn't know his mic was on. It's classic.
Indeed.
And I think we're doing Homeless Pyramid to break. Dick Clark.
Oh, right.
And
We
Tippy
did
Tom.
that.
Tippy Tom. Just an excuse to play this again.
That was fantastic.
We got to bring this. It's tough to bring it back without Tippy Tom.
Without Tom was the best.
He's the man.
We could bring back some of these bits, though. I'm starting to think, right?
We could do Idiot Pyramid and bring in like
the idiots, Bobo,
Oscar. Oscar's always good for one.
Bobo will fuck it up so badly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What am I supposed to say to describe an airplane?
Remember when his clue was things Anthony would say?
Oh my God! And he just kept saying
really racist
What was he saying? Oh yeah. It was horrific.
He put his dumb little finger out and just said the N-word.
Yeah. Remember that? Yeah, he put his finger out and he goes, digger.
Who did?
Bobo. The categories describe things Anthony would say. And he just put his finger out. He's hilarious. What a dummy.
He is an ass.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's play this.
All right, yeah, Papa Rock is going to try to have Francine say what's on the paper. All right? We're writing down the clue.
All right, we're writing down the clue.
And you're going to have 30 seconds. I got the bed in front of me here.
Oh, good.
Don't have
okay.
30 seconds. I
All
didn't realize.
right.
So you got 30 seconds, Papa Rock, to make Francine say what's on the paper, okay? He's thinking, all right, what is it? Whisper it to everybody, Jimmy, out there in Radio Land.
Things on a plane.
You didn't hear that, did you, Francine?
Things
I can guess that one real
a
easy.
plane.
All right, here we go. Here's Papa Rock. Go.
Stewardess.
What?
Airplane.
Things on a plane.
Oh, wait a minute. But it wasn't you. He's giving the clues.
He's talking right to Papa Rock.
He's giving the clues.
I'll give you a clue.
Francine gets close by saying a plane, not things on a plane. She goes, a plane. And then Papa Rock goes, things on a plane, like he won. But he's the guy giving the clues. He's not even part of that team.
Good one.
Things on a plane.
Oh, Jesus.
Sirius XM. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah. Oh, I know what this is about. Let me get the thing.
Oh, nice.
I know this one.
I know this
for
one.
Dick Clark, right? No?
Well, down in the hole.
No, Man in the Box.
Or Man in the Box. You're right.
Getting topical. With the Sex Man.
Sexy.
That's so much louder than the rest of the show.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like, it fucking hurts my ears, man.
Why are you yelling? We said that years ago.
Oh, because their excuse is, sounds fine on the air.
Well,
that's what they say when it's like, dude, it's so loud in my headphones when we play something from the other studio or the fucking CD or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's okay. It sounds great on the air. It's like, no, that isn't my point. My point is, I'm getting my fucking ears blown off. If you see the fucking the act I have to do when we go to commercial, it's like, okay, and we'll be right back. I throw my headphones off because when the commercials start playing, it's blasting in my fucking ears.
I want to, and they'll just say it sounds fine on the radio, and I would say to them, well, I do want to be able to talk to my own family.
Yeah, at some point.
Because my ears are going quickly at this point.
And I'm on, what am I, on the fucking Pay No Mind list? I am. Look, the Pay No Mind list, #1, Anthony.
Oh, boy. Anyone else we want on that list?
Fucking list. And the fucked up thing is, I don't want him to really try to fix it because A, they won't be able to fix it. B, they'll fuck up something trying to fix it. Then we'll be too low in the mix or something.
But the good news is another thing we could talk about for the next year or two.
That's true.
In meetings.
That is true.
We'll discuss it.
I can't believe I'm #1 on the Pay No Mind list.
That's good.
I'm looking at it right here. I'm the only one on it.
That's the whole list. Begins and ends with you, shithead.
You're right.
What else are we just discussing in meetings at this point?
Mr. Gamshi.
Well, certainly a visual element has been
We're
brought
discussing that, which is good.
Start a list.
We're discussing the podcast, which is good.
Yep.
What else?
Let's see. Okay, you got podcast, visual element,
Jim Norton's raise,
headphones.
Yay!
Money.
You forgot Jim Norton's raise.
Jim Norton's raise. We've been discussing that for a couple years at this point.
The lighting you're good with now.
You'll get nothing and like it.
Yeah, that only took how many years? I know it was more than a year.
I mean, no, it was probably more than 2.
We discussed it for at least 2 years, and it finally happened. So that's good. That's progress.
Studio build out.
Studio build out. We're up to 3 years as far as that goes.
Which is just funny because it's so cyclical because you spent the first 3 years of XM bitching about a studio build out. You finally get the studio build out, and then you have to come here and bitch about a studio build out again.
And you question why I'm going crazy? How long do we have that nice studio after we bitched about a studio build out for 3 years?
Well, you really didn't have it that much, especially
less than a year, right?
Yeah, because you were at K-Rock, so you're only doing half the show in it.
Oh, that fucking shithouse.
And then you're
fuck that.
I'm talking about K-Rock?
Fuck that shithouse.
Here we go again.
Fuck that shithouse.
We all have our issues, and they're all coming out today. Oh, Jimmy did not like being there.
I fucking hated it from day one. Yeah.
It had its positives.
You didn't
and
like when Tom
negatives,
Chiusano came in every day with his ties and his shirts looking all nice?
I didn't hate Tom at all.
He liked us.
You're out, Tom.
He didn't like me. He was
that's
courteous,
true,
but he didn't like.
I don't know.
It really is true.
I really don't know. If
it's okay. I know he didn't.
But he never told me that.
He didn't have to. As a person, I'm sure he liked me, but on the air, he didn't. And they were blaming me because we weren't doing what we were supposed to be. We've talked about it. But then they apologized. Oh, sorry. You know when that shit stopped? After XM fucking booted us for a month.
Right.
And that shit stopped.
I added getting YouTube hits to the meeting list.
Yay!
All right.
Oh.
We got some things to discuss for the next 2 years. This is awesome.
But if they fixed everything, they couldn't get you back there for meetings.
Oh, the mic flag thing. We've been discussing that for about, I would guess, about 6 months already.
So it's that smaller mic flags? Or?
Yeah, we discussed that at least 6 months ago.
Get my teeth moistening apparatus.
Apparatus. Didn't know they made that.
Eric's employment.
Smaller mic flags.
Yeah.
Is that an issue?
Oh, that's a big issue because you can't. You take pictures of these celebrities.
It pretty much blocks you when you try to.
Oh, God.
It's like, hey.
It's a massive
this is great.
thing on our mics that say open.
Do you know I like the mics that
Celebrity
come up?
interviews.
Yeah, I think that's what you want.
I like the mics that come up better,
yeah,
dude.
I think you want newer mics.
Yeah,
not
of
mic
course. We
flags.
want this whole thing to go away.
The flag, you take the flag off right now. You still got that.
What's the mic? What's the newer one? They clear?
What?
How do they do it? New
Stand.
A stand.
They just the mic would be like this.
I love those. They have them
It would
in.
look like this. This
yeah,
is all
kinda
you'd
like
see.
The station I do in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's a terrestrial station. Randy and I think I'm not sure if his partner's
Randy
there.
and Shithead, I think.
No, I think it's.
No, I
just
don't even
Randy.
know them. So because now that'll start a problem. I was just going with a dumb fucking morning. show.
But they have they're old mics, but they're just on the fucking table mics. But
Yeah.
for some reason, it's such a cool vibe because you don't have that block in front of your face and you feel like you're just talking.
Yes.
You just want mics on a stand? We can get you a mic on a stand.
I like that.
It would have to be fastened.
Yeah.
Can't just be a
Or
mic that's
flowing.
just sitting there.
Ah, shit.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
By the way, we're getting topical with the sex man.
Topical with Piggy Boy.
Why would you say it?
Oh boy, and that's going to be the thing now. And he played Alice in Chains because they found Lane Staley's rotting body 10 years ago.
Oh, I thought it was a Dick Clark thing. Wow.
I thought
It's both.
Oh,
Wow.
They discovered him dead 10 years ago today.
It was both when Jim mentioned it.
Exactly. No, once
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
thought it was
Yeah.
a funny joke, he took credit for it, and that's not true.
And
You don't think he meant that? No. Ah, piece of shit. Fucking kill him.
and the thing with Lane Staley, he was dead for, they guessed at least, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Supposedly died on the anniversary of Kurt Cobain's death, which was
Which is like 10 days ago.
April 9th-ish,
Oh.
somewhere around there, right?
I thought it was like the 5th. I don't know.
5th, April 5th, so 2 weeks. Okay.
2
So
weeks.
he might have been dead for about 2 weeks before they found him.
Damn.
Because he closed out everyone from his life.
There's a lot of fucking damage there.
No one was allowed to see him.
No.
He just shut everyone out. Is there pictures of, him?
I've never seen any.
Or like his apartment or anything? Or his
There's
house,
gotta be
whatever,
some.
wherever he was living?
There have to be some, sure.
Fucking loved Lane Staley. What a voice. All right. What do you want to do? You want to do the kid shitting her pants?
Yes. I want to hear what this is all about.
It's a good story.
It's a great story. And it should be number one on the news.
Yeah.
Yes. It should be your lead story.
This is your lead story?
Number 1 in the Ozarks.
Number 2.
This is KY3 News at 6.
Tonight, a mother is upset over a classroom incident that left her kindergartner embarrassed. Good evening, I'm Jerry Jacob.
I'm Lisa Rose, and we'll be talking to Steve Grant in Washington a little later in the newscast. It was a 6-year-old girl who had an accident in her classroom. Now her parents are pushing for policy changes. KY3's Sarah Forhetz has the story from Southwest R5 School in Washburn.
They told me that the teacher had asked her to go to the restroom before testing time.
Lisa Skidmore says asking a young child.
Why does the names always work out in news stories?
Oh, my God. That's a
the
great
weirdest
name.
fucking thing. This happens all the time.
Skidmore?
Yeah.
Isn't that so fucking strange?
Oh.
I told her to go to the bathroom, but she couldn't. So I said, let me take you down there.
Oh, jeez.
She had dodo in her underpants.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, I told the news people. I got it on my fingers by accident. I was helping.
You're such a good help.
Yeah, I was cleaning the whole area there, and it got under my nails.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's great.
So weird.
Skidmore.
Before testing time.
Lisa Skidmore says asking a young child to go to the bathroom on demand is next to impossible.
You can't do that to a 6-year-old.
That's why when her kindergartner told her teacher she had to go to the restroom during the test and wasn't allowed, Lisa couldn't believe it. Her little girl couldn't hold it.
She still had poop, diarrhea poop coming out.
Diarrhea. Why is this a story? Come on. Why? Why is this the top story?
I don't know.
Diarrhea poop.
Yeah, there should be a policy change. You should fucking teach your kid how to not shit her pants.
Right. That's a good policy.
I yelled at her in front of everybody. I'm like, you're bad. You're bad.
You think that's going to stick with her?
Nah, I don't know.
Through her whole life?
I hope not. I don't. Sometimes they remember stuff. You'd be surprised.
Oh, boy.
I thought you was asleep with the magic milk.
The magic.
Sure.
Poop, diarrhea poop coming out the back, up the front, down her legs.
Skidmore says her daughter was forced to sit in the class for the remainder of test time, about 15 minutes.
Pew.
Then mom was called after the test, and it was another 20-minute drive to school to pick her daughter up. All the while, her little girl had to sit in the mess. No one bothered to clean her up, though a teacher did give her a trash bag to wrap around herself.
Don't even treat a dog that way.
She's
diarrhea or poop.
That's kind of a teacher being a cunt, I think, right? That's a teacher kind of.
Oh, without a doubt, I would go to the
Yeah,
school and punch the teacher in the face. No problem.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Travis,
do that.
would you punch the teacher in the face if this happened to your daughter?
Absolutely.
You wouldn't you wouldn't put up with this shit. It sucks that your kid is shitting all over the place. But
At the end of the story, they'll tell you why she wouldn't let her.
Oh,
Because there was more pictures to take.
no, Uncle.
You can't let them go. They run away and hide. Take all the pictures, then you get your break.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
Huh?
It's terrible.
Why? It's photo day at the school. Everybody smile.
Take a picture to remember the day you shit your pants.
Yeah.
Diarrhea
Me and
poop.
Mr. McGregor.
Mr. McGregor.
His wife would make cookies while we took paint pictures.
Yeah. She probably ran out of underpants, I'm going to guess.
What?
Must suck to go to school to be a teacher and then you become a kindergarten teacher and your main job is to make sure you have enough underpants.
Little underpants.
For the little girls that are peeing
have
and
extra
shitting.
underpants?
Oh, that used to be the thing
so,
when I was
yeah.
growing up.
Really?
I never needed them, but I'm just saying. It used to be the thing.
Oh, you never
Everybody
needed
had like a change of clothes that they were supposed to bring in.
But supposedly the teacher had a whole fucking, you know.
I wouldn't take a teacher's underpants.
They brought them in.
They give a little thong to the kid. Just diarrhea is being split right down the middle.
You put a camera in it.
You ever pee in class?
No. I was never the shit, puke, or piss in class kid because that shit would follow you. That follows you throughout your school history.
You know what?
Like the clap.
As soon as you said that, I thought to myself, Rosie.
Yeah?
Roseanne, actually. Will not use the last name. But she
Bart.
peed her fucking pants, puddle on the floor, first, second grade, whatever the fuck it was, right around there.
That sound of running water, was that it? And then everyone goes, what? What is that? Oh, no. And then everyone starts chatting to each other. Piss.
Oh, yeah.
She's pissing herself.
And on top of that, she was one of those ridiculously shy people that would rather just continue peeing instead of like bringing it to anyone's attention.
Yeah.
Big puddle. Stopped the class, walked her out in shame.
Oh, the walk of shame,
and
yes.
the teacher had an extra pair of underpants for her. And she came back in, and guess what? Yeah, we didn't like remember that 10 years later when we were all in high school. Now she's hot with titties and shit. She was always known as the girl that peed her pants. Right to the end, man.
And now
right
for
as she
young-
was getting her diploma. That's what we were thinking.
Young Skidmore has video news footage about her
about
problem.
this.
Yeah,
The
I'm sure her friends won't
The
find
young
that.
Skidmore girl.
Why would the mom agree to be on the news? How famous do you need to be? You want to make sure it's on your Facebook page, do you? How about you go to the news? You know what? This is embarrassing to my kid and our entire family. So no, we're not going to talk to you.
Don't even treat a dog that way.
She says she's hoping policy will change and common sense will prevail.
I don't want this to happen to any other kid. That's the point of it, too, you know? I don't want this ever happening.
The little girl's dad has a tough time even talking about it.
If any parent sent their kids to school with crappy pants, those parents would be facing criminal charges. I believe that with all my heart.
The family isn't pressing charges, but likely pressed hard enough for the school to consider changing its ways.
If it's your child, I mean, it hits a raw nerve. I mean, deep.
In Washburn,
Horrible
Sarah
parent.
Foreheads,
I don't,
KY3
no,
News.
I don't fault the parents because
Horrible parent for being on the news. Horrible.
I wouldn't do that.
they don't know.
Horrible.
The news is despicable for pushing this. The parents think they might get something done. They don't understand that the news is just putting a shit your pants story
Yeah, they don't
first.
give a fuck what you have to say. They know it's great news watching.
Yeah, but wouldn't you, as the parent, first think like, "Hey, I'm not going to bring this to the news because this is just going to give more unwanted attention.
Maybe, but they don't think of the implications of that because they're not experienced with it. They're not involved with the media. They don't realize that this is going to fucking haunt this dumb kid for fucking 10 years.
They probably didn't think it was going to be the top story on the news.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Jay from Huntington on Twitter writes, "We had Mexican seizure kid. Explain that shit to a room of second graders." I feel
Mexican
bad for the
seizure kid.
But that's what you remember.
Love
and
the
then you go
Mexican
through
seizure.
school with Mexican seizure kid, and that's how he'll be known for the rest of your time with him in school.
In Washburn, Sarah Foreheads, KY3 News.
Foreheads? Sarah Foreheads? Skid fucking more?
I bet you she's got a massive forehead.
That
too.
would rule.
I need to see Sarah Foreheads. Now.
Where's Sarah Foreheads?
Yeah, I think
or
she
has
tries-
four heads.
I guarantee
Great.
she has
She's
bangs.
from the Bible.
She has bangs to try to cover her forehead because as soon as you say Sarah Foreheads, everyone's going to look at her forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, where's Sarah Forehead?
Let's look at Sarah Forehead.
Oh, my God.
Well, we can play the rest of the clip then.
Many kids taking MAP tests right now. That's the state's
No way, that's a real
standardized test required by law. Those tests start in the 3rd grade. The superintendent says the reason the teacher was sticking so closely to MAP testing guidelines, even for a kindergartner, is because she was trying to simulate the stringent rules she'd face later.
Oh.
Was that a real picture of the kid covered in shit?
No, that's just
a
kid.
God, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
There's the mom.
All right, where's the
That's
Sarah?
Skidmore.
Yeah, that's Skidmore. Where's the Sarah Forehead?
And then Sarah Forehead's got...
Kind of has a forehead, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She kind of has a
She's
forehead
trying to
issue,
cover it
I
up
mean.
with a little swooping hair thing, but...
Oh, God.
Is she pretty?
No, she's very plain Jane-ish.
You'd pop her in the shitter.
I like how they say their little graphic is Washburn, Missouri, the place to be.
The place to be.
Really?
It's spelled Forhetz. Foreheads? But it's foreheads.
It's probably farts.
Sarah Farts.
Yeah, I bet she grew up with a bunch of...
Sarah Foreheads.
I'm a teacher. When you're testing, it's very strict guidelines, and if you break the rules, you can get fired. Even if a kid's shitting.
Oh, man.
The fuck? How about you think like a human being? I don't think anyone's going to fire a teacher because they see a kid having diarrhea poop pouring out of their fucking pants.
Diarrhea poop.
I don't want my kid to go to school. How do I fucking make that happen?
Homeschool.
Yeah, that doesn't work either.
Oh, homeschooling stinks.
No, then you're just the weird kid.
Yeah, then they're socially inept.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. You make these socially awkward weirdos.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
School sounds like it sucks now.
Well, they got to go through it.
You
Yeah,
can
it's not
just
as fun
homeschool
as
your
it was
kid,
for
can't
us.
you?
No.
You can if you want,
Back
sure.
in the 80s.
Brewer does. I'll have a discussion with Brewer
Does Brewer
because
homeschool his kids?
fuck yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he does. I got to ask him how he
Then
keeps
you
his kids
carry the
social.
5. You just picture him doing
Right.
that shit. No, you stupid.
Carry the 2.
Look at that number.
I ain't gonna do the teaching. I'll fucking hire some teachers to come by.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Is that what you do? You hire teachers?
Yeah.
Dude, you have no idea what goes on. My sister has to do homework. How old's my sister? She's pushing 40 at this point. She has to do homework like she's back in school.
Why don't she pull it for a while, 40?
Do you understand what happens? These teachers,
Said it.
the teachers give these kids a lot of busy work.
Yeah.
And then you have to do the homework for your kid. That's what's going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to break so we can get Rich Voss in here proper. Voss is in today. I want to talk about his one-legged brother.
Yeah, I want to find out what that story's all about and why he's so fucking nasty about What is he doing out there?
Who?
He's looking at something. He's looking at words.
It's like by one of the computers. He doesn't even know what it is.
Words.
What is this machine? This infernal device? This internal device?
And Rain Pryor at 9:30. I've never met her. Richard Pryor's daughter.
And double or nothing on the bet from yesterday?
What?
I bet you Rich Voss says, here's the thing. You want to take this
please.
bet? You want to take this bet?
That's a given.
What? What are you talking about?
That's a given.
Why is that? Take the bet.
No. I'll take my 20.
Fuck.
I listened on, what is that called? Right after Opie and Anthony, it's called the the shit show.
No, we can't call it the shit show.
Why?
Because that reflects badly on us.
Opie
No, it
broke it
doesn't.
down yesterday. He
Break
said
it down.
he doesn't call it the shit show because that implies that you guys chose to put on a
shitty show
of shit caliber after yours, which makes you guys not the best judges of content.
That's fair and accurate.
So, and what's the problem?
Also, the solution is to get rid of Sam.
Yeah.
Fuck, I never thought of it that
Sam
way.
is garbage.
No, I think
So
they
long, garbage.
I think they were okay with just being shit, putting shit on after.
Ah.
But again, that's not. It's just after Opie and Anthony Live.
Look, regardless, I was listening to that.
Again.
Yes. Again. Well,
You do listen a lot for someone that doesn't like
I'm
it.
in my car.
There's hundreds of channels.
Not really.
No.
No.
Dude, the Grateful Dead channel is rocking.
Oh, God.
Fucking rocking.
Nothing better than listening to fucking that drum fucking solo song while I'm on the expressway.
Well, they got the Further Festival at the Beacon Theater. The Further Festival.
Why didn't we get her?
Oh, she
Why
looks
didn't we get
great.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
How does she look so good still?
She does look good, man.
Yeah, she's in like
Is she doing the
late
platform?
40s. No, she's not here.
Good jeans or good docs?
Your show is terrible.
Shut the fuck up, Edgar. You don't help anything. You
Oh,
call
I forgot what I was going to say when I was listening to the shit show.
Oh, what was it? What were we
I
talking
don't know. It had to do with something.
I would imagine.
Teeth.
I don't know. No, it wasn't teeth.
It was very funny
Shut up.
to hear your doorman yesterday, Opie.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
You shut up.
The doorman fucking implicating himself in a fucking crime.
That was all for the radio.
It was great. He was fucking totally implicating himself.
Was it the Kenny song yesterday?
No.
Have you heard it?
Although it was pretty goddamn good. Didn't like that.
I'm Edgar's clue.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Wow. Hope he does a pretty good, goddamn good Edgar.
He does not.
He does not.
Shut up, Edgar. Opie doesn't sound like me. Gonna fuck you up. I don't like salty language.
Salty language.
And because I'm your clone, my teeth are drier.
That's pretty goddamn good, man. Yeah, that's pretty good. You'd be hard pressed as a listener to figure out which one's which.
I had pills stuck to my teeth. 'Cause I
Pills?
was trying to swallow my vitamins.
Vitamins, and they stick to your teeth.
Why?
Because they're dry. I swallow cotton balls in the morning.
I bet the rabbits ate that.
Oh, wow, that got a double clap and a gun pointing thing. Like everything does from Chip.
All right, listen, we're going to talk about Jews next.
Oh.
Stay there.
Poop. Diarrhea poop.
The Opie and Anthony Channel on Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
I think they know it.
Eric, why? Seriously.
Erock is
What-
so
why?
radio.
Why?
What? Why
you didn't hear Jimmy talking?
No, because I play filler after the break. You don't give me a cue, so you turn the mics on. How do I know you're talking? I keep this.
How about you? How
you were
about you?
listening to
How
the
about you
show.
listen to the show?
Why should
Jimmy
he
was
be
actually
different?
talking. He started the break.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going out of format that we usually do. So I apologize.
He loves a
Wait,
format.
what am I
Erock
missing?
loves a
What
good
am I
format.
missing? What am I missing? You didn't hear Jimmy talking, so wouldn't that make you go, you know what? I don't need a sweeper there.
You got to be able to go with
What
the
am I
flow.
missing? Seriously, tell me right now.
Missing that after the commercials.
No, what am I missing? Did you hear Jimmy talking?
No,
So-
I didn't have.
Why not?
Because I didn't have you on in here.
Why don't
What
you
were
have us on
listening
in
to?
there?
Because I don't put you on until after the sweeper.
Why?
Oh, boy.
That's dumb.
I never have your room live until we come back.
I'm not good.
Wait, so when Jimmy was talking about the song, no one heard that?
No. You guys weren't on.
I don't know. I'm not good.
So Jimmy was talking about where that song came from Drew Boogie.
No.
So-
Turning the mics on in the middle of something being played when it's not usually the show, how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, no, I thought we were on.
What do you mean?
so I
How are
heard
you supposed
myself.
to know? Shouldn't you just know?
No, because after commercial and live read, I go into some filler material.
I really
while
don't
you eat
understand.
or
But you
whatever.
don't hear the show itself at that point?
I hear what's being played in this room.
Why?
Why don't you hear
Why
the
is it
show?
set up that way?
What if we decide to go off
Yeah, we
base
want
there a little bit?
We absolutely want to sometimes.
Then just wave to me and I'll turn the room on.
But we don't know. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, can't you just monitor what we're doing in here?
I will from now on.
No, instead if he turned the mics on at the wrong time, we'd kill him. Like if he thought we wanted something on the air because our mouths were near the mics, but we were just bashing management by name, and it went out over the air, we'd fucking strangle him.
All right, it just sounds a little weird.
Yeah, he's in
Jimmy,
a no-win in there, as he
You
should.
sure?
Yeah.
Because Jimmy was discussing where that song came from.
Yeah, I was just saying I was bashing someone needy, and
Right.
Drew is a genius
and made it into a song.
for making that.
Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
Good. Tell us again, Jimmy.
Well, I was
It's the Opie and Anthony show. Sirius XM Solid Radio.
Very important. We play a sweeper right now. Lasers.
I'm not good. I'm not good.
And that's
I'm
where it
not
came from.
good.
All right, it's not-
I'm not good. I'm not good.
It's not Erock's fault, I guess, but all right, whatever. We'll figure that out. You have the hook to the song. All you need is a few like fucking words, and that's a real song right there.
I'll tell you what's a real song too is fucking Why Don't They Behave?
Yeah, Bowling for
I
Behave.
love that one. Goddamn Drew, just takes a rant and makes a cool fucking
He
song
can
out
take
of it.
something that a complete
talent.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but he can take anything and make it into a fucking a hit. He's great.
Really?
Hi, Rich.
Yeah,
Hi.
Bowling for Behave. That's a great one.
Richard Voss.
See,
Oh,
Anthony,
Rich Voss.
Hi, Rich Voss.
Erock, what I was talking to you about
Yeah.
earlier about quit trying.
Just stop trying.
He stopped. Erock stopped. See
Erock
what
has
I mean?
adopted that logic
philosophy.
of just give up. Just
Yeah.
stop trying.
Well, but you got to explain why you said that, Rich.
Well,
Rich
because
came in
I'm
here. He hasn't been in here in a while, and
In a
he
while.
sees all these like what could be described as kind of like TV lights.
Yeah, filters.
Because even though they're not giving us a visual element, we figure, what the fuck? Let's set it up like we
Yeah.
have one.
Let's make pretend or something.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
why-
for when we do
what-
take pictures and little videos, so you know they look better.
Yeah.
But you go, why are you guys still trying? And the logic in that, I can't argue.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's find our voice. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like now jumping on MySpace. It's just a little too fucking late.
Is that it?
Yeah, you are what you are. You're great.
Of course we are.
No one is as good as you guys around the country. You are, but that's it. You're not going to get any. Oh! Look at their videos are so much clearer. Nobody gives a fuck.
Rich.
I don't know. It's all
Oh,
changing.
Rich.
You might be wrong, Rich.
Yeah, the whole world
Yeah.
is changing, and,
Yeah, the
and
whole-
we kind of want to be bigger than we are. And we kind of want, has real people to push the show and understand what this could be. And I told Jimmy in the bathroom, we need a miracle between now and October, a literal miracle.
It's an agent who knows how to.
But in radio, sometimes that just happens. We were fucked dead in the water, and then all of a sudden I get a call from Eric Logan going, hey, just want to let you know I'm joining the company. I would have blew someone at that point.
Me too.
I would have blew someone. I'm like, holy fuck, we've been saved. And that's what we're hoping between now and October, that we get another miracle. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Because these guys are just not getting it done.
Well, here I'll tell you some ideas.
Yeah.
Good.
Some live events that generate heat.
We're doing one, by the way, in Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio.
But that has
Cleveland, everybody.
Next, let's move Friday.
It would be next Friday. We're doing a show, and it'll be an afternoon show.
The Hard Rock in Cleveland next afternoon from 3 to 7.
Did you hear about the tall tops we got to sit at so the audience can see us?
What do you mean?
You know those tables and chairs in a bar that are a lot higher up? They're like cocktail tables in a bar.
I can't get up on them.
We have to sit.
Is there a stage?
Your little feet dangle.
No, there's no stage.
There's no stage.
Everything's flat. So if
Wait.
What are you doing this on my wife's ass?
Oh.
But what do you mean? In the Hard Rock, how is it not a stage?
I don't know. Maybe they bring in a stage. I don't know. But
I'm being told this is amongst the smallest Hard Rocks in the country.
No, I performed there.
What?
I performed at the Cleveland Hard Rock.
You have?
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, House of Blues.
House of Blues.
House of Blues.
That would have been the ideal
But they were
place,
booked.
but they were booked.
in all fairness, they were booked. So we went to the Hard Rock, and to be seen, we got to be.
We have to be
sit in
elevated
stools.
on big giant stools.
There's no stage?
Like Regis.
There's a Hard Rock with
when
no
Regis was on.
stage?
No showroom, it's a restaurant.
Oh, I see.
We're going to be in a restaurant.
Yeah, we're
All
going
right,
to be in a
it said
restaurant.
Hard Rock.
That's
Cleveland
the
Hard Rock.
place. Wait, what is that?
Let me see.
We're going to be. Which hallway are we going to be performing in?
If you need tips on restaurant gigs,
That's the bar.
Maybe we could stand on the bar.
Oh no.
That's the room.
you guys will be in front of the fireplace.
Oh my God! It's
Oh my God.
Oh, next to the shirt.
all right. I guess once 10 people are in, we got to start turning people away.
It's exhausting.
Did somebody approve this, though, and look at it? I never saw this. I guess that we had the option.
I just assumed that we were playing in a real room.
You know, it's the first time back in Cleveland in years, and Cleveland was always one of our
Huge
bestest markets. Is that a little riser?
Oh, no, it's just the way my pants are sitting.
Jimmy.
If
Love your dick jokes.
if you guys fly me out and pay me, I'll do a.
Well, we can't even.
Yeah, you can't even get a fucking gig to do that.
What?
It's going to be a great time.
Oh, of course it is, Kenny.
Positive.
I make fun wherever I go.
Positive brings positive.
Oh,
garbage
like
in,
HIV.
garbage out.
Maybe we could spread around the room so we, have
yeah, you want to do that?
We'll have
Spread
coverage.
around the room. We're going to throw it over 5 tables down to Opie.
I'm going to be under the Jimi Hendrix guitar.
Oh.
Wait, is that a right? Like, why can't we do it right there?
Yeah, isn't that a little riser right there?
Yeah.
That looks like a little stage.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Oh, I thought there was no stage. I thought it was flat, and we were up on big stools.
No, there is a stage, but the stage is not as elevated as the one in New York.
Oh, but it's elevated a little bit.
How many
okay.
seats are
I
in
heard
there?
it
How
wasn't
many-
elevated at all.
How many seats for the
How many people
listeners?
can fit?
250.
Oh, that's okay.
For the whole restaurant.
That's not too bad.
Look
No,
at that.
for the
It looks
room that
like
we're doing.
Oh, nice.
It looks like a
nice.
Denny's.
All right, it'll be good then.
Like a Bennigan's.
Yeah, 'cause
Rich
it's
starts looking and nodding here
It's
at
all
the-
white people. It must be a Denny's.
No, it's our crowd. Oh, God.
It's so weird when you do a live event with an O&A crowd because they don't really have shovels. They all look down, so it's hard to get their attention anyhow. Now, if you're sitting that high and fucking...
Well, they're looking down so they could tweet how awful we are.
Yeah.
It's not low self-esteem.
No.
I got a fucking ticket driving in here. These
What?
motherfuckers. This lady cop.
Oh. She was no lady.
First of all, I'm not a racist, but she was Afro-American.
Afro-American.
Why is it important to the story then?
Because
Why?
she was not letting Whitey go on this one.
All right, give us the details.
I'm driving down 40th. I came out of the Lincoln.
Sure.
In the right-hand lane.
Isn't that ironic?
Okay. And then I go on to 40th.
Yeah.
Usually I go over and then go over to 42nd.
This conversation is moronic.
Okay, well, hold on.
Did you make a left on 8th from 40th?
I made left on 8th from 40th.
That's illegal.
At 2 minutes after 7.
Illegal.
Okay.
Jimmy's right.
So I pulled out 2 PBA cards, and she looked at me and said, "What are those?" And I put them right
God.
back in my wallet.
What are those?
What are those?
Oh.
I said, "Can you just cut me a break?" And not even a fucking word. Just they all had a bunch of tickets ready. They just
Was she
filled
a
in.
cop or a traffic person?
True.
I think she was, because I was going to keep driving.
I don't
was
think
going
it
to
was
take
a
a
cop.
chance.
Yeah.
Cops don't
Yeah.
want to be dealing
Did she
with
have
that
a gun?
shit. It's the traffic cops.
Yeah, did she have a gun?
And they're all
I
about being
remember.
robots
Was
and
she
giving out
fat?
tickets.
Huh?
Was she fat?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was not a cop.
Was she holding the
cop.
ticket book? the gun, a pen, and her flashlight.
You got caught by a traffic cop. They're the worst.
No, there's a cop car there parked.
They're the worst. Yeah, they put one in that area so you don't fuck around and you think it's the actual police. It's not the police.
Oh, because I was going to drive
They're
away.
the worst people in New York City, the traffic cops. They're disgusting individuals
Yeah,
that won't listen to shit because they're just money makers for the city. They don't give a fuck, and they hire certain people that could take a lot of shit.
I said to her, because I get crazy and I go
What
over
are
the edge, I
those?
said-
She didn't know what the PBA cards were.
What are those?
That means
any
there was a
cop
traffic
knows
cop.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
traffic cops don't get PBA cards.
What
They
are
give out.
those?
What are those?
And what's disgusting?
My fingers?
Goddamn, Jimmy.
No, you don't. Just let it be. Yeah, just let it be.
Oh
And
my
then,
God.
And then I said to her, because I get a little edgy, I go, I hope you hit your quota. And nothing. She just turned it back on me.
She's not a real cop, but they put them in the cop uniforms. And I've talked to a lot of the NYPD guys. They're disgusted that they get to walk around in what looks like an NYPD uniform.
So I'm going to get points for this, because it's
Yeah,
a
you
moving...
are. She fucked you over, man.
In my fucking new BMW, man. It's my first ticket.
What was the violation?
Making a left.
A left?
When you're-
Illegal left?
Illegal left.
Yeah, that's a couple of prints. I fought that once and got away with it. I said that that a bus was cutting me off, and in order to avoid an accident, I had to make that left turn.
Oh.
I actually fought it, and they were like, "All right."
Did you get it? Do you have to pay for the ticket?
No, it got dismissed.
So use that
No
strategy.
shit.
But don't say a bus, say an ambulance.
Ambulance. I said there was it was a problem because I was in the bus lane, and then I made an illegal turn, and I said there was construction, and I was going to go around the right side of the construction, and there was only one lane around the right side, and I said, but a bus also was going around that way, pushed me into the lane, and then I was forced to make the turn. I said it was definitely a dangerous situation that I had to react to, and that's how I reacted. And they said, you know what? There's enough out there, and they let me go.
But here's the thing. It's a
They're assholes.
$130 ticket. For me to come from Jersey to sit in court in New York, you know.
A lot of people do that, but for the points, it's kind of important.
It's worth
Why?
it.
Does your insurance go up if you get a point?
Yeah, your insurance
No,
goes
insurance
up.
likes that.
And then if you if you get more points, you could definitely lose your fucking license.
Well, if you
know?
get 12 points, you
Well-
know, I don't live like you. I'm not, you know, my points are for turn.
I have no points on my license.
Yeah, because
I,
you
pay,
fight it.
I
'Cause you're
fight
the
it.
right
I pay the
people.
tickets.
What?
I'll
What happened?
I'll send cash in lieu of points. I've always said that. It's like,
Can you do
look,
that?
Sometimes if you talk to the whatever they're called, they're like the prosecutor. Yeah, you talk to them and say, you know, look, I'd be more than willing to pay whatever I need to pay to avoid the points, and they sometimes kick it down to a traffic violation that doesn't have points. You know,
wow, you're good.
I think one of them is opening your door into traffic.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big one that they plea a lot of shit down to.
But you didn't do that.
Plead it down
That's
to
why
a
it's so
rape.
weird.
I know plea bargains are odd.
Very good,
Oh,
Rich. You
wow,
farted
that was
on the
Rich
radio.
farting on the mic.
Congratulations. Wow, edgy.
That was good. How edgy.
Woo! The words of Rich Voss. Woo!
Wow.
I'm just saying
Marconi
that
Award
it's
come
just-
all around. Marconi Awards for everybody.
Air Awards, here we come.
Air Awards. Edward R. Murrow.
Right.
It's just these people were robots. She's a robot, like you say. It's
that,
you know.
I had one of them.
Slur?
I had
that one.
one of them actually jump on the hood of my fucking car. I was going on
Yeah.
vacation.
Oh, God.
No, I'm not even
I was
joking.
there. Where was that? That's by Great Adventure. Oh.
I was trying to get into the Lincoln Tunnel. The backup was so bad. Yes, I was asshole driver guy, but I had to go. I was late for something. I forget now. I was in the right lane and pulled that move all the way up the right side and tried to tuck in.
Yeah.
And one of those traffic cops caught me at the last fucking second. And I'm still like pushing it like, nope. And I keep rolling and rolling. I'm like, no, you're going to have to just let me go. And she's trying to get me over. It was a guy actually trying to get me over to the side so she could write the could write the ticket. Actually jumped on the hood of my car to make me stop. They're insane.
Wow.
They hire insane
Crazy.
people with no personalities.
We were driving
They
down.
could do some crazy shit to write the ticket.
We were driving down 9th Avenue, leaving New York, and you know how packed it is. Going down
Yeah,
9th
pain
again.
in the ass.
It's a fucking nightmare. And we get to like where B&H for 30-something Street.
I love those Jews.
So
Great.
So as we're going straight, Then the lady says, make a right. We're going, go fuck yourself. We've been here for an hour.
I know,
I'm not
they
going
do
out of
that.
the way. I go, no. And I kept going. I go, I'm not doing it.
I've done that
Yeah.
too, where they tell you you're sitting in fucking horrific traffic. You got to make a turn, and then when you get to the turn that you have to make, they go, nope, keep going straight, keep going straight, and then you realize you're going to have to go around and around the block, which is going to take you another hour
easily.
And I do the same thing. I go, nope. And I turn, and sometimes it will stand in front of your vehicle.
They're crazy. They're crazy people. But what you have to do, I've finally figured out, you nod like, oh, okay, you take the right, and as soon as she turns her back a little bit, she thinks you're, you know.
You make it look like you're doing
You're like,
what
oh,
you
okay,
are.
oh, we're doing, okay. And as soon as she turns her fucking head, I've done that many times.
When I was copping crack, I was on like 157th Street.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm
Throw you
driving up the
alive.
road, and the cops said, pull over. And I just said, fucking no, and I took off, and he hit my taillight with his billy club. And smashed my taillight, and I kept
Was he an old
fucking
Southern
going.
sheriff?
I kept fucking
Taillight's
going.
out too, boy.
You're going to pay either way, man. That's a great move.
You need a new light, Jew.
Well, Mr. New York Jew boy, looks like your windshield wiper's off. Yeah, we get it.
We got a Mel Gibson tape.
Oh, yes. Speaking of Jews and somebody that cannot stand them.
I love Mel Gibson.
Oh, he's amazing,
he
isn't
makes
he?
me so happy, and the timing couldn't be better.
Why?
Just because I love him.
Oh, okay.
What?
Just happy he's just acting up. There's no reason. What movie got shelved of his?
Yeah.
What happened with that? He just made it?
I guess so. I don't know why he doesn't put them out himself. The ones he's put out himself have done very well.
Yeah, but how's he going to get it? You could put it out, but you can't get a distributor to put it.
Yeah.
Well, his movies make money, though.
Yeah, but maybe it was just a bad movie. It happens.
That's true.
What, the one with the puppet? Or the dog? Or he did something that was fucking...
What's the deal with this
that
tape?
was his last movie.
What's the deal with this Mel Gibson
Obi
tape?
just starts talking right over Rich, like,
he
don't
asked
even
the
acknowledge
fucking
him.
movie, and I'm saying the movie.
It wasn't important. is
Well,
what
when
we're saying.
my friend Norton asked the question, I like to answer.
Well, that
you
is
guys,
true.
Okay. Did you guys see that fucking movie with Jodie Foster and
The Accused? It was
no,
amazing.
there was 4 of them in a room. They were talking about their kid. One kid bullied another kid, and the kid hit him with a stick. It's fucking great. You would love it. Jodie Foster and the guy that played the Nazi in fucking
Aunt Comia?
What was the
Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah. He was in it. Just a good fucking.
The
name of
guy
the
that
movie?
played the Nazi.
What's his name? He's really good,
Yeah,
too.
he's very good.
What's the name of the movie?
Something.
Something.
Well, you brought it up, though.
It's
How are we
something.
supposed to see the movie?
It's new. It's fucking good. I thought maybe you saw it and Anthony would know the answer.
No, sorry.
Here's Mel Gibson. So what's the deal with this tape?
Yeah.
Who recorded him?
I don't even know the details on this one. I just know it's
Sam,
another.
you know?
It's recorded
tirade.
from the house. It sounds like someone who's in the house.
Why would he use a phone at this point?
Well, no, he's not on the phone. That's what annoys me. Is like
What?
now it's just listening to Mel in his private life.
So who decided to tape him?
He was yelling at the guy who he wrote his newest movie with.
Okay.
About the movie, and the guy's son recorded the conversation. And there's been the guy's name is Joe Esterhaus, and he's been talking. He's the same guy who said that like Mel Gibson was yelling at him about hating Jews and praising the guy who killed John Lennon, and Mel said that's not true. He never said that, and so now his son recorded this conversation.
Did he say anything about Chapman?
Not in the tape.
All right, let's listen to this. The new Mel Gibson tape. What is he saying there?
Why don't I have a first draft of the Maccabees, which is the movie they're writing?
The way he said Maccabees!
Yeah, the movie.
What an asshole.
What the fuck have you been doing? I'll type it. I'm gonna work. You're getting paid. I'm not. Yes. I have earned money for it. I'm not sugar. Who takes advantage of it?
Pause that. He said, like, I'm earning money for something like for a fucking bitch who takes a what?
He says, I'm earning money for a filthy little cocksucker who takes advantage of me.
Yeah, meaning his ex, I guess.
That ex.
Oksana.
He doesn't like her at all.
But he's got to yell with that waterfall in the background.
Yeah, I know, right? What the fuck was that?
Good for Mel.
It was probably the jacuzzi that he was supposed to get his dick sucked before he went into.
All I'm thinking is how annoying is it that he didn't have that first draft? You're supposed to have a first draft for Mel. Get the fucking first draft to Mel.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants to eat? Who the fuck wants to eat? You have something to eat! Hooray!
Come on.
He's insane.
Jeez.
I really relate to that, though. That fucking dopey
anger?
anger. Yeah, man.
But then he goes on talk shows and he's the lovable Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
You know?
I love him.
Not a sign that there's another version of the guy.
He's like, ah, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
He's like any boss just getting mad when his employee fucking fucks up. You know, if that was on a construction site, nobody would give a fuck. He didn't say anything like, you know, you Jew or black or any, you know what I mean? He just said, where's my fucking that I'm paying for?
So a kid fucking taped him? What an asshole.
He was probably yelling at his father, though. He's hearing his dad get screamed at.
So? Dad could handle himself, no?
Yeah. The Maccabees. What a terrible name.
The Maccabees.
The Maccabees.
What's
the
it about?
fuck is that?
I don't even
What's it
want to
about?
know.
Jewish, the fucking Maccabees, the tribes. Or whatever. I don't know a lot about it. It's a Jew movie.
Is it a Jew movie?
The Maccabees.
Oh, I thought it was a bunch of bees on the computer or something.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah,
The PC of bees.
Oh, boy. The
You hear what I said?
Maccabees. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, we all heard.
The Mac.
I don't get it. Why? What is it? What?
Give me a schnapsus. Come on, Sam.
They were a Jewish rebel army that took control of Judea, which had been a client state of the Seleucid Empire.
Sounds like a fantastically interesting movie.
But I bet it really I'll bet because you look at the Mayans.
I know.
That was great.
That was a great
Passion
movie.
of the Christ. Mel Gibson makes great movies about that shit.
Apocalypto.
Dude, I don't want a
Fucking
new
great.
movie from Mel. If it happened to be fucking after Electricity, I'm not interested.
You don't want anything that's happening.
I don't want anything after Christ was in high school.
Hey, Rich, what's going on with your brother, man? I bring it up because I listen to your podcast. My wife hates me.
Well, see, here's the thing.
I knew there was something going on with your brother, and you kept it private, but then you talked about it on your podcast, so I feel like we could talk about it here.
Here's the thing. I barely ever talk to my... You know how sometimes you're not close? When I don't dislike him. I don't hate him. I just never talk. Maybe I talk to him maybe once a year.
Older,
You're
younger?
borderline autistic.
What's that?
You're a little Aspergery, like you're terrible with people.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah. I'm not Asperger. I'm just not social. There's a difference between...
No, there's not. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah, some say that's what it is.
Oh.
Is he older, younger?
Oh, he's younger.
By how?
Like 1.5, 2 years.
All right.
So I'm not a big, I don't talk with him. He could be.
Does he look like you?
He could be. What's that?
Does he look? I'll control us a little bit. Does he look like you?
No, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
And when did you guys kind of like not talk anymore? Like,
Probably.
When he realized you were
6th
sucking
grade.
dicks for fucking drugs. When his older brother was wearing fucking hot shorts to drug dealers' houses.
Was there an issue, or you guys never were
just
close?
Moved apart. Yeah, never close. Like he could be robbing banks. Every month. I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I just don't know anything that goes. Last time I talked to him, I sent him a couple $100 to turn his phone on.
Oh,
he's
shit.
You just don't talk. What
does he do for a living?
Nothing now. I focus.
Well, what did he do for a living?
He was a teacher.
Oh, why did he lose that gig?
Well, supposedly, what I heard. Supposedly. Supposedly.
Right.
Supposedly.
Supposedly is right.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, yes.
What
that
I
on the
heard,
list, by the way, or?
what I heard through my sister, what I heard through my sister is.
Do you talk to your sister a lot?
Not much. I don't like her either. I mean, I don't
Do they like
dislike
you?
her. No, I'm, you know, I mean, they have to like me because I'm, you know, I'm fucking.
Tried 4 times.
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I wouldn't.
We love you, Red.
Voss almost said they don't talk to me because I'm successful.
Yeah.
And then he
Oh,
realized he
really?
couldn't
Wow.
pull it off.
You gotta stop that.
His low self-esteem wouldn't allow him to say it.
Wow.
But my sister's a lot more successful. She's, you know, got
What does
a
she do?
fucking $2 million house or whatever.
What does she do, though?
She works drug companies.
Oh, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, big money. Oh, he sticks up for him too. She's brainwashed, you know, like, because there's nothing wrong with the pharmaceutical business, really. That's why Merck just got sued for $1.5 billion.
Did he really?
I think it was Merck.
Is she older or younger?
I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. She's older.
So
I'm
you're
in
the middle child.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the John
That would make
Brady.
sense.
Yeah. So,
So
I don't really talk to my brother. You know, I sent him money. And, you know, Super Bowl Sunday, when I was coming to your house for the big wild party where you were on
was
Twitter.
crazy. It was a
That was
crazy
fun.
party, right?
That fucking,
You were on Twitter.
you were nonstop.
we were live tweeting the Super Bowl.
I know, because nobody else was watching it. Glad that you were doing that, filling fucking people into the most watched TV show of the fucking
I was attempting some wit.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't just fucking tweeting facts, you asshole.
Holy shit.
I was attempting some wit.
Okay.
Whether I succeed or not is up to the fucking followers, but I was attempting wit, you dick.
So,
It makes it sound like I'm just tweeting
Yeah,
facts.
yeah. Hey, by the way,
Second quarter just started.
so,
Fucking love you.
so.
Anyway, yes, but you were
So-
busy too because you were dealing with your brother. It was the weirdest time for us to
Well,
get
no,
together.
I wasn't dealing with him when I got to your house. I was dealing with Erock's fucking food tray he brought.
Oh,
it was
boy.
fucking horrible. You know he got it at like
Was it
7-Eleven or Wawa.
magnetic?
It was like a last minute, oh shit, I got to bring something to the house.
Yeah.
And he brings like fucking old pepperoni and whatever, celery sticks or whatever.
Oh.
all right.
Erock comment?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, who went, ooh, olives, and dove right into it as soon as the plastic was taken off?
You did.
You?
You did.
Oh, Erock, did that blow up
Your stomach?
Oh, my God, Erock.
Jesus, Erock.
I was going to say Popeye.
Oh,
His
God.
olive.
It was a nice gesture. I'm trying to
No,
be.
it was. I was only kidding. It was nice.
It was a nice gesture. I'm trying to be nicer, but I don't like the shrimp trays where it's all a perfect circle of shrimp.
I know.
You don't like that?
Yeah, because they're tiny little fucking peonies.
Looks like a mass grave.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy.
They're laid out.
Yeah.
Pour a little lime on them.
Even when I was fucking poor, I made sure I got a nice size shrimp
You gotta
to
have jumbo
throw
shrimp.
in my mouth.
Those
shrimp
ones you
cocktail.
bite, you can tell they have water damage, even though they grew up in water. Like it's like there's no
How does
fucking-
shrimp get water
damage?
I don't know.
How
Those
does-
little ones do.
How does shrimp get soggy? This is fucking good. You're right.
They're in the water. The fuck is that?
But I know exactly what you're talking
They're
about.
the fucking worst. It's like a horrible bite. There's no. This isn't shrimp.
It's
There's no
terrible.
crunch to it.
Do you smell them before you eat them? I smell
yeah.
every
really.
one.
You need a good
Do you smell the
snap.
balls first, or
You need a good snap, like a it's got to crunch a little bit.
yeah?
I like a
fucking
good shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing worse than
they're
those
the only
peel and eat
that you-
shrimp.
that you could turn into a spread without fucking doing anything with them.
Just take a knife.
Yeah,
and-
knife and
Where the shrimp smears?
Yeah, it's a spread. They were fucking horrible. Anytime
Slimy.
in a round dish is just a white trash
Yeah.
shrimp.
Unless it's
That's
from a
what it
really
is.
good place. Like, there are some high-end places. Like I would trust one of those from Whole Foods or a place like that where they've.
But
they're
see, what
really
they
good
do is
suppliers.
they use the tiny shrimp because no
Yeah.
one's really
I
eating
hate
those. And they
those.
put it in
The little
a circle
babies.
display.
They're fucking horrible. It's
The
horrible. You want
babies.
shrimp that's this fucking big,
Yeah.
and you could pick it up and dip it into the cocktail sauce,
Right.
bite it, and pass it down.
Where you don't even have to
Passes the shrimp once they bite
Yeah,
it.
right.
Where you don't even have to take the tail shell off to get
Yeah.
to more meat because
Yeah,
it
it's
was
fucking-
big enough
Well,
already.
those little shrimps, when you take the tail shell off, it breaks.
Yeah, there's
Because
half
they're
the shrimp is gone.
Because they're too weak to hold
And then
any
it stabs you like a pin.
Yeah. It's the fucking worst.
It is
small
horrible.
shrimp. Why'd you bring it to my house?
They can't be deveined either because they're so small, so you're eating their shit too.
I hate shrimp duty. I hate when I see a fucking piece of brown on the shrimp. I'm like, I don't want to eat his duty.
You're eating shrimp duty.
It's like soft-shell. It's like soft-shell
shrimp
crab.
hands.
When you eat soft-shell crab and that green stuff comes pouring out of the fucking...
Oh, that or
it's
lobster too with that fucking... Oh, Rich is gagging.
It's fucking disgusting. That
You would eat that green.
Rich is literally gagging.
Can you imagine that fucking green stuff if you were?
Oh, that green mushy shit just in your mouth. Imagine what the texture of that's like.
Disgusting.
Or lobster. What are those carrot-looking things in lobsters? The fuck is that shit? It's like 2 carrots are in there. I don't know what that shit is.
You're eating their undigested food. It's like undigested crab
And king
shit.
crab legs with that fucking piece of plastic. How does plastic grow in fucking crabs?
It's fiberglass.
You eat that fucking thing and it's clear. It's like fucking plexiglass.
You can pick your teeth with it after you're done.
There's no chewing it. If you get one in your mouth and now you got crab meat and plastic and you're trying to pull it out and shit's falling out of your mouth, you're on a date.
Jews aren't even supposed to eat shellfish. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah,
And that's funny because they're always so shellfish.
They're what?
Jews.
Wow, stupid Jews.
Welcome to Pun Radio.
That's funny. Otherwise,
It was very funny. So I haven't talked to my fucking brother. You know when you don't.
I
talk.
threw the shrimp away as soon as Erock left. By the way,
I
don't like small shrimp. What?
I didn't bring it.
You brought that? You must have brought it. No, you brought the small shrimp. Thank you.
Yeah, you did. That's what you guys ate
I
growing
brought
up in
that
Florida.
Italian meat and cheese thing with
And
the
you brought
olives.
shrimp.
And you brought a shrimp tray because I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy that.
I remember because people were saying, "Hey, look, the blimp brought shrimp."
Thank God Earl didn't bring it.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Oh God!
Wowzer. So
day of the Super Bowl.
Right. You almost didn't make it.
I almost didn't make it
because you had a family crisis. But
so let me.
Anyone else wouldn't have made the Super Bowl, by the way.
Well, no, I took care of the crisis first.
You weren't even sure your brother was going to make it, and you still came to my house for the Super Bowl.
It's one day a year. Come on,
All
the
right,
Super Bowl.
But you didn't even have a team in the game. You didn't care.
I didn't give a fuck.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So I get a call from my sister. I'm like, oh fuck, what does she want? You know, she goes, my brother's in the hospital, and I go, you know, because he's been in the hospital before. I heard.
What was wrong with him?
So he had he had a diabetic or something. He passed out, and they found him. Oh God! They found him like 2 days.
That's part of Voss.
They found him like 2 days later, laying in this floor. He passed out from diabetes or something, not taking his medicine.
Diabetic coma.
Feel sorry for yourself. I hope you don't do that.
A diabetic coma.
For 2 days he lay there?
Yeah, supposedly. Because his last phone call was like on a Friday, I guess, and they found him on a Sunday. You know,
diabetes is a motherfucker.
It stinks, dude.
Yeah, these guys, have these diabetic comas.
Is that in your family?
And you got to hope that someone's around when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you got to have one of those fucking medic alert things.
But aren't you worried about you having it?
No, I've had my blood tested.
Yes.
I get tested for every fucking thing. I take vitamins. So,
do you?
Yeah,
Dr. Voss. Flintstones.
So maybe that can go in next year's Super Bowl tweet. We're here at the Bedrock Dome. Stop touching me, you fucking freak.
You got fucking greedy. What's the Bedrock Dome?
I don't know. It just
He does get greedy. He tries to tag everything.
You had me. You want us to hold you because this is a very emotional story you're telling.
Emotional.
Why don't we hold him?
What do you mean hold?
You need some human comfort while you tell the story. Sam, hold him.
Don't listen. Let's just fucking get through this, and we'll move on.
All right, good.
Okay. I mean, this is
stop. So he might have been in his apartment for 2 days on the floor or something.
Yeah,
man. After having a diabetic coma, that's a motherfucker.
So, his kidneys stopped or whatever, and then he lost all blood to his leg or something. So he's in the hospital. He's fucking in a coma or whatever they call it, and. So we're at the
your
hospital.
Audience.
We're at the hospital. What's that? We're in the fucking
Nothing, Rich.
So we go to the hospital and shit, everybody's there and stuff. You know, it's kind of like a family reunion. You don't get everybody together, you know.
Cigars and Scotch wants to know if he was hopping mad.
That's what, I don't know, I think it was, Gary Goldman said this too. Gary Goldman's so fucking funny. He goes, you try to find a card for somebody like that, but they all say, hey, don't worry, you'll be back on your feet, right?
Back on your foot in no time.
You're back on your foot. Yeah. So, you know, the doctor said we can't save his leg. You know, they had amputate his leg. You know, it was fucking, it looked horrible.
Gangrenous?
No, the blood, there was no
Did you see the leg before they amputated it?
That's
Huh?
Did you see the leg before they amputated it?
No, I saw the foot. I saw the foot.
No, there was no blood.
Oh, no, the Jets weren't there.
So,
where's that leg now? I always want to know that.
Oh.
Huh?
Where's that leg?
And fucking they
I would take my leg home with me. I would just have to.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
keep the skeleton part of it.
I don't know.
Make
do something
make
with
a
it.
lamp out of it.
Yeah, make everybody
I saw-
comfortable.
yeah.
Go smell it. Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah. You know, kind of put the foot bones together with the leg bone connected to, and then there's a socket on
Connected to the fucking worn out knees from blowing people for drugs.
top. Yeah, the knee bone's connected to nothing.
I can't believe I got a
Cut off.
fucking ticket for this. Anyhow, so, it's fucking unbelievable. Why?
We're gonna sell
Yeah.
tickets though for you. You watch what happens. Go ahead. So they took his leg.
So they amputated his leg. You know, and we visited him and stuff and brought him stuff, and you know.
And you didn't really want to do that because you don't really have a relationship
Well,
with
you
him.
know,
Let's be honest here.
Listen, here's the thing. You know, look, if he called me with 2 legs and said, "Could you take me to the supermarket?" I told him to go fuck himself. I'm busy. You know, I would send him money if he needed it or something. You know, whatever.
You do what
So,
you can.
Yeah. So now, you know, you're going to the hospital. It's an inconvenience. You got to go visit somebody all the time out of guilt or whatever. I don't fucking
Or just
know.
out of obligation because you're
No.
sorry. You're related.
Yeah, but that's, you know what? Cain and Abel were related. I don't think fucking Cain would have visited Abel in the hospital. You know what I mean? That's
He wasn't able.
He
Yeah.
wasn't. So,
Yeah, he was having a mutiny.
So, and I feel bad for him. He's not, you know, he's not a bad guy. He got fired supposedly.
Supposedly. Why is it supposedly?
It's supposedly.
He worked in a school district where he was failing kids because they weren't
blowing them.
They weren't passing, and the principal's like, you got to pass these kids. You got to hit quotas in certain areas. Right. Supposedly. So
supposedly that happened.
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
No, he said supposedly, so it doesn't. He's not sure.
He worked at a school. what?
Supposedly.
What's that?
Well, he worked
District.
in a school what?
District.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just didn't hear what you said. District.
Yeah.
District.
Yes, relax.
Yeah, you guys fucking.
Why do you think we're always on you? Relax.
Oh, really?
We're just trying to get to the bottom of the story.
Listen. Okay.
That's what the hookers would
What's
say
that?
when Jimmy
No.
came by. Oh, district.
And they would say HIV. I can't get it back. Something with AIDS in it.
Something with AIDS.
That was a funny tweet that Jimmy made. He goes, "I was in a movie with Denzel and Tom Hanks."
Oh, thank you. Someone said I should make a movie about my life. So they made one starring Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks.
It was fucking dying.
All right, supposedly.
So
He worked in a school district. He wouldn't pass them.
the kids, and I don't know that whole story. I don't follow these stories.
How long did he work in the district?
I don't know. So, you know, he had his like, and it's sad.
How long did he work there? It's a good question. Maybe he was a shitty teacher because he was only on the job a year.
I don't fucking know because I don't talk.
He was
to
always
him.
too busy fucking checking to see if his foot itched, but he couldn't. All right. That's just mean.
I don't. Do you talk to every family member?
Right now, no.
Okay. Anthony, well, you don't. You have a brother and a
talk to-
sister.
yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
you guys are close because you were all raped in the shower together.
Jesus. I don't remember that.
You don't?
That's
You
a
do
good thing,
remember
though.
taking a shower.
My dad was teaching me and my brother how to shower.
Boy,
like men.
Is that one going to come back someday? You little faggot. I'll bet you grabbed for his dick. I'll bet you that Anthony saw the water dripping off it and went like, like he wanted a drink.
Like a water fountain.
Yeah. And your father's like, "I'll be a little faggot, you queer." And meanwhile, it jumped. With Anthony's little hand. bumped it.
I don't remember that.
If anybody was in court and they said to the judge, I was teaching them how to shower.
Teaching how to shower. You don't think the judge would buy that one?
No, I don't buy it.
Oh, Jesus. I kind of just remember being in the shower, and my brother was in there, and I'm in there, and Dad's in there. And he's like, now you take the soap, take a washcloth, and he's just teaching how to shower. And I was like pinned up against the back wall. I didn't want to, no, by myself. Because I didn't want to get close because the water was indeed running down his body like it normally would. But then, you know, it kind of comes off the end of your dick, and it looked like he was taking a piss. And I was like, no, you're going to the bathroom. I don't want to, like, move closer. It was like, no, here, take the washcloth. And so I'm like, no.
You had to wash his genitals?
No, it was to wash myself with.
Were your little hands like the ones that were used to clean out the munitions in Schindler's List? You had little hands that are perfect.
Little hands, they're perfect to get in those shells.
Perfect for scrubbing under my Vas Deverns.
What a horrible word.
No, it was very
just taint washer.
It was a different time. It was very acceptable for a dad to, you know, a growing boy to teach him how to shower. No?
No. All right.
Swear.
If you take a shower, you shouldn't hear, this is our secret.
Oh, now.
No, so he calls me. Well, the fuck, sometimes stories divert into other stories.
Yes. Digress.
And it's called radio. It's called filling 4 hours of fucking whatever.
How long is your podcast? An hour?
An hour.
Every week?
Every week. Sometimes it's more, sometimes less. It depends when Bonnie starts
About an hour
crying.
is all you need to tell people. All right, now what's going on with your fucking brother? Jesus.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Haven't you learned anything from us?
You do those fucking reads so well. Like we had a read, and Bonnie's in the middle of the read going, how many times are we going to mention this fucking company's name?
Exactly.
And they don't want to pay us.
Oh, see?
But we kept saying their name. That's all that matters.
Well, some sponsors you can goof around with. Others want it verbatim.
That's right.
Can you do our reads and we pre-record them?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
So my
it smells like cum air. It was just fun. I'm 43 and I made a joke.
Oh my God! Yes, you did.
Cum farts.
So your brother lost his leg.
So he lost his leg.
We don't know
But
how he
not
lost his
like, I
teaching
mean,
job.
pretty far
that's
up,
terrible.
too. Pretty far up.
How, by the thigh?
Horrible.
So I picked him up.
How high up?
Pretty far up, like up, you know.
Past the knee.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
way past the knee.
Way past the knee.
Yeah, yeah. It's sad. It's fucking
Are you
sad.
gonna be able to get a fake leg on that shit?
I bet you can.
Yeah,
Sometimes you go too high, it makes it tough to get that fake leg shit.
Yeah, no, he'll get one. And
You'll probably have to pay for it, you know that.
so
right?
I had to pick him up from the hospital and take him home. I had to pick up his wheelchair and his fucking walker and his, you know, what he sits in it. And I had
according
no
to
problem.
Bonnie in the podcast, you were bitching the whole time. You're fucking
She's fucking pointing to make a turn and do this and go, you know, then I run and get him food. I get him a couple TV dinners and shit, you know, some fucking.
What a guy.
You know.
Some lean cuisine.
And then.
Why can't you get him some diner food? Why did it have to be TV dinners?
Supermarket food for his house. I bought him some food, you know, cold cuts and
gotcha,
shit.
all right, yeah.
So, you know, but what it is the world or society tries to make you feel just
that you should help a brother who's lost his leg.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
I know. How unreasonable.
No, listen, I'm close when my fucking kid, like my kids, I'm very close. Okay, I would do. So you break the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not close. They know how to shower. They learned on their own.
Oh, now.
Now they didn't.
Uncle Paul.
So, you know, you do what you can. I mean, what the fuck? You know, I'm driving around, and we went to visit him the other night. He goes,
Rain Pryor coming in at 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30. I can't wait.
That's going to be pretty cool. Richard Pryor's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, for
coming
real?
in.
Yeah.
So-
promoting fried chicken and latkes.
What is that?
Latkes are potato pancakes.
Yeah.
She's black and Jewish.
Right.
Oh, so she's allowed to say that
Yeah.
shit.
So here's the thing.
Oh,
We
boy.
went over to visit the other day. He said, "Can you bring me ice cream and fucking and apple juice? That's all sugar. Diabetics and
Yeah, you can't be eating
Oh, wow,
that.
you're
So I
right.
brought him sugar-free ice cream, and we get there. He goes, "I don't want that." Hey, you know what? We came to fucking visit you and bring you
Wait,
ice
did
cream.
you say to him, look, you're diabetic and this is what cost you your
He
leg?
goes, "You don't tell me what I can eat. The doctor says what I can eat."
Oh,
And-
boy.
And you know, so
Well,
you
sometimes
just-
diabetics have to. That's the weirdest thing about the whole disease. You have to eat sugar to balance everything out. It's so bizarre.
Well, yeah.
It's a nightmare.
I kind of on Richard's side on that one. It's like if you
Yeah,
lost
of
your leg
course.
and you still want Yeah.
What happened? You had to pee-pee?
Nah, I'm just twirling in my chair.
He's bored.
Rich's story is fucking taxing.
I didn't want to tell him.
Yeah, what is it? The government taxing
What am I
you?
supposed to just say? I picked him up and spun him? What the fuck?
You could have just said, yeah, he had a diabetic problem. He lost a leg. It's terrible. And then, he asked me for food, and it's not good for his health. And,
He lost a limb.
You've been yapping about this for 20 fucking minutes, Rich. I gotta say, it's amongst the most boring stories I've ever fucking heard. There's nothing to this.
You know what?
I want to be swept away by a story.
I think the point quickly is that Bonnie is fucking, laughing at you because you're so bothered by the fact you got to take care of your one-legged brother. That's all I was bringing up.
Oh, okay.
So plus, you were going off into some awful side stories. I got him TV dinners and cold cuts.
Yeah, like you just
who's sitting through that part of the story?
Yeah, we would assume you did something like
cold
that.
cuts.
Right.
Yeah,
cold cuts.
Who buys cold cuts?
I bought him 3.
Did you bring him a container of coffee too?
A container pop.
I brought him pop.
Did you at least wait at the deli and get fresh cold cuts, or did you get the pre-fucking packaged shit?
Ugh,
from?
those are terrible.
You're a pre-packaged shit guy, right?
Oh, no.
No, I'm not for me. But
for him, you're like, this is good enough for my one-legged brother.
To a German
It's not
fucking
like he
deli.
needs- how much protein does he need?
And say, give me a half a pound of a ham. I want it sliced tissue paper thin, you fucking Nazi. You got to go to German
I
deli.
love a good sub sandwich
Oh.
fucking roll, man.
Isn't
Fuck
it great?
me, rules.
Nice fresh one. in
Earl
the
and
morning
vinegar?
with the- Oh,
What,
this
cold
is
cuts look like
fucking-
waves?
yes.
This is
Wavy.
riveting radio.
Not just,
Dude,
you know
we're
what?
pumping
Talk
up
about-
your shitty stories.
Yes, exactly.
trying
Because
to
what
get
we
to
have
the
to do, we have
fucking
to
point.
save the day, it's called.
Yeah.
So,
You're saying
so-
that supposedly there was a problem in a school district and everybody's going through their fucking dictionary.
I also brought him 3 CDs because he handed them out at the hospital.
I'm
They were
sure.
yours?
He did. Still empty inside. My new CD that's on iTunes.
Oh, wow, that
He
was
wanted a couple
Scratch about his
people.
pants.
So look at this story. Here's the deal.
It's his left pant leg.
Oh, God.
Is it the left one or the right one? It's gone. You don't
The
even
right
know.
one. The right one.
You had to think about it.
Yeah, because.
You just don't get
But
a
I feel
fucking
bad
around.
for But look, it
you
might have
should.
turned his life around. Sometimes people need.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes
As
people
opposed to
need
going
what?
straight or
Yeah.
backwards.
Like when
No.
he swims.
Yeah.
No, listen to me. Sometimes people need it.
Sometimes
certain
people
to see tragedy to
Oh,
see
so
the light.
you're saying some people need to lose their leg so they can get their life back together?
You never know. People hit their bottom. People that drink or do drugs might lose something, and all of a sudden they get clean.
How could that possibly be helpful unless you open up your own online business of fucking left shoe planters? Or
Oh my God.
Oh.
sorry.
So, whatever. It's a story. I don't even talk about it because I'll talk about it probably this weekend at the Laughing Devil
He's
in
like-
Queens.
The Laughing Devil in
He's
Queens
like,
this weekend.
He's like a Terminator.
What do
You
you
try
mean?
to stop him, you can only stop him but he went right
It
back
just
to the
keeps
story
going.
again.
Keeps
Like you
coming
can
at you
stop
with
him a
the
little.
story.
Okay.
You shoot him, he falls down and stuff, and it's like, he's getting back up. No.
Supposedly.
Okay, all right. If I don't tell
Supposedly.
it this week at the Laughing Devil in Queens, next week at Joker's Wild in New Haven, Connecticut, I'll tell it.
What is the Laughing Devil? I never heard of that.
Huh?
It's a new club.
It's in Long Island City.
Long Island City.
It's where
It's-
Roland lives. They're
a
starting
new
to
club.
build all sorts of shit there, and one of them is a comedy club called Laughing Devil, laughingdevil.com, and Voss is going to be there Friday and
Have a
Saturday
little,
night.
have a little devil outside, like laughing with a pitchfork, like hee hee.
And then
This guy's funny.
Tee-hee! And his cloven hooves are trapping all over the room.
And Friday, Bonnie's going to come in and do a couple guest spots with me.
Oh,
It's her night out.
How big is the room?
You two, the brand new
Small. It's
Stiller
like
and Mirror.
50
You two.
We were so
Amazing.
bored yesterday. This is what we did for
What,
our
were
day
you
out.
telling that story again?
This is what we did for our day. Do you know Wegmans has like a daycare in it? Wegmans supermarket.
Yeah, I know.
Wegmans?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Oh my
we
God.
took we took
Isn't
our,
your brother one Wegman?
Oh, no.
He's not a bad guy. He's really
All right,
he's
I'm
not a bad
sorry. It was a dumb fucking.
Yeah.
So
Sure, I got
Wegmans.
fired from Wegmans.
What happened?
Because they told me you're supposed to be in produce, Paul. What are you doing over here with the carrot in your pocket? Making everybody go num-num on the carrot like they're a bunch of bunny rabbits. You got the lettuce at the bottom of the carrot. They look like genitals.
Oh my God.
Get out of here. You're fired from Wegmans.
Wegmans. Uncle Paul used to work at Wegmans.
Yeah, I got fired because they said I kept straying into the restricted area with carrots in my pocket.
Yeah, get out of produce.
Hey, look at these. Touch the tomatoes. Give the celery a kiss. Yeah.
You creep.
Sure.
He's a creep.
Sure.
Can I tell you a good story?
Oh, boy.
I doubt it.
No. This is a good one.
Jimmy. Oh, fuck.
Okay, this is why you don't get married, or why. Like, when I was single for 10 fucking years, and I would see comics do, oh, women are this one. I'm going, that's
And we'll
hackish.
be back.
Yeah.
No. Did you go to break? Don't. This
He
is
went
for-
to break. He nailed it.
No, you didn't. Here's the deal. We're in fucking
Erock
Wegmans.
was paying the fuck attention.
I know, right?
What's that?
Doesn't listen to the
Oh.
show. And
Here, listen
Is
to
he
this.
listening to the show now? Yeah, he is.
Let's listen to some other show, I think.
No, he's doing his WrestleMania
Why
fantasy
would-
card.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you listen to the show, Erock?
He's doing a fantasy SummerSlam card.
Yeah, let him fucking
I'm
be.
sorry. Sorry about that.
Are you doing that, Erock?
What were you doing instead of going to break when I said, and we'll be back?
Because I didn't think you were really going to break.
Ooh.
Well, that was the gag.
Someone's making snap
Is he,
decisions.
is he getting his get glue shit? His fucking stickers?
He's writing down who would be in the new NWO right now.
Ew, has he ever done that?
I bet he does that stuff.
He does that.
Erock, how often do you just devote your life to wrestling?
Writing his own stories and stuff.
Yeah. Do you write storylines?
He does
No, I don't
WWE
do
fan fiction.
no.
Fan fiction?
You know the name of
Oh,
it.
God, there's fan fiction.
I don't even know what. All right, whatever.
Do they have
you want
like?
to tell the story now? Or
do they have
after?
erotic
It's a good
fan
story.
fiction?
Erock started writing it.
Erotic.
Erotic.
Eroctica.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of fucking wrestlers getting all sexy
Yeah.
with each
It's
other.
about two penthouse pets ready to fuck, but then Hulk Hogan kicks in the door.
And him and the Ultimate Warrior just fillet each other.
Yeah. Or he beats them with a fucking empty chair from Wembley.
Oh, people want to know more about the cold cuts. They're riveted.
Cold cuts.
They're riveted.
Well,
What cold cuts did you
So
get?
they were prepackaged Oscar Mayer, or
They
what?
look like Burkavales.
Did you get the shitty cold cuts with the olives in it?
No, are you kidding me? So yesterday we're at Wegmans.
What happened?
Fucking- So let me tell you this.
Yeah, what happened at Wegmans?
Listen to this, okay?
Yeah.
All right, listen to this. We hope a miracle happens by October. My fucking wife gets, you know how they have the buffet foods in the center, you go by weight or whatever. So she got some Indian food, and it was, you know, like this. She's a vegetarian all of a sudden, doesn't eat fucking meat, just fucking up everybody's life. Oh wow, I'm a vegetarian. Okay, so fucking, she gets this Indian food, and it was like, it was a $7.49. You know,
Well,
they were-
bargain at any price?
Listen, okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, no.
What's that, a new plane or something? A 749? It's got 2 extra seats on it.
So listen to me. I go up and I pay for it. We go upstairs to eat it.
Yeah.
And it's hard. She doesn't
We're
like
paying
it.
for it
Dining at
now.
Wegmans? Were you? Let's go out to lunch. Wegmans has a new fucking
daycare.
The Wegmans in dining experience. You go out for.
I love this.
Yeah.
I'm reading. I honestly can't follow this story.
I'll tell you when he's leaving out. We were going to eat at Wegmans. We wanted to watch the New Year's Eve countdown. It was just a big evening out. So the Wegmans.
This is what's wrong with broads.
All right.
She doesn't like it. And she says, you know, she has anxiety talking to him. She goes, will you return it? I go, no problem. You know, because she took 2 bites. So we go
Returning
downstairs.
food?
It was horrible. And it was $8, and she wanted to get something else. So I go down to return it for her and do her a favor. She comes with me, and she's arguing with me when I'm helping her. I go, it was $7.49, and she goes, no, I think it was $7.14. I go, I don't fucking know. The lady goes, you have the receipt. I go, no, I didn't. You know, we
How
just
about you
bought
just
it.
default to the cheaper price and say, I
didn't
don't
say-
give a fuck.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
But
okay.
she's contradicting me. She goes, you don't have. Why don't you have the receipt? I'm going, I'm fucking returning this for you.
And
the
why
fuck
would you
don't
save a receipt for a sandwich?
know,
You don't
that's what
save
I
a
say.
fucking receipt.
I don't
oh my
save
God.
the receipt.
I'm getting angry now.
I know, at her, right? Thank you. So.
Not really.
Oh, so why I'm angry at your dad? See how we should bond. So whatever. It's just that you go to help somebody and they turn on you. That's all I'm trying to say.
staring
It's
at my
like you
dad's third
guys. You ask me to
Wegman.
tell a story, and then you fucking turn on me when I tell the story.
Well, you said it was a great story.
No, you said you have a story. We didn't
No,
say.
he said he had a great story.
Yeah, he did say that. We didn't say, Rich, could you regale us with another
Right.
fantastic
I
fucking
thought maybe
tale?
you guys would turn it into some anti-woman thing,
whimsy?
what you guys are known for. That you would
Maybe
go,
we don't
"You're
feel like
right."
working so hard today.
Another
You know-
anti-woman thing?
Well, no, you know what I
do you
mean, how
think?
good you guys
There's a
are
war
about
on
that.
women right now. We can't be saying nasty things
That's right.
about women.
What do you mean there's a
I'm
war
not
on
sure if
women?
it's the Democrats or the Republicans. Who has a war on women?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
Democrats or Republicans?
I think it's
I'm not
Romney's
sure.
thing.
Someone's got a war on women.
Everyone's in trouble with a woman at one point.
Oh, yes, they are.
Romney doesn't think that Obama treats women fairly.
How is Wegmans,
Romney.
the dining at Wegmans?
It's,
Is it nice? Yeah. Is it reasonable?
I just went for a sandwich. That's
Fargo.
all.
Yeah.
Just to put the kid into daycare.
The
there.
Radisson?
Fargo.
Do some shopping, you know.
Yep.
Have a
doesn't
little.
know that.
You
have
like
a little
shopping at
time.
Wegmans?
He says don't.
These are
Hey,
great
Rich,
supermarkets.
how's the
What
fricassee?
Fargo.
Yes, of course. Fargo.
I just want to sit next to you, Rich, while we eat at Wegmans. Maybe you could sit across from me. I could see it that way.
Wegmans. You took your wife to Wegmans. You should fucking just to be divorced. She should
Thank
fucking
you.
divorce you. Maybe that's what he's trying.
Can we go to break now?
I'm pulling out all the stops, baby. Wegmans it is.
That was a great story, but we got to break
Wegmans.
now. It's
I
an
love it.
amazing story. LaughingDevil.com. Rich Voss will be there Friday and Saturday, Queens, New York, Long Island City.
Yes.
I want to play that pilot audio before Rain Pryor comes in. Can we do that next, maybe? All right, good.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Right on, MGMT, nice. Rich Voss, the Laughing Devil in Long Island City tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah.
LaughingDevil.com to see what they're all about, a new comedy club.
And next weekend, Joker's Wild in Connecticut, New Haven.
Joker's wild.
Joker's Wild.
It's going to be wild.
New Haven.
Hey, I needed the guy on the computer because we got some audio I want to play for everybody.
Oh, yeah?
Got a pilot who had his mic on. Well, I believe he was flying.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes,
he was definitely flying.
He was flying his aerial plane.
Saying some shit, and everyone got to hear it. And then other pilots are trying to get his attention and turn off his mic.
Got a hot mic.
And then the tower's like trying to figure out what plane it is, so other pilots had to say, "Oh man, it's not me.
Yeah,
it's not me talking this shit." It was Southwestern, right? Southwest
Southwest Airlines pilot had an open mic. He's flying around and he's talking with his guy up there in the flight deck, and
he's being a
It
braggart.
went out. He's being a braggart, and it went out. It went
Everywhere.
out. Yeah, to everybody, other planes, air traffic control. They were all listening, and he got in a little bit of trouble, I believe.
So let's take a listen to this. Mm-hmm.
United 242, you send Roger.
Bap. Bap.
Well, but I had Tucson, Indy, all 4 weeks. And Chicago cruise, 11 out of 12. There's 12 flight attendants, individual, never the same flight attendant twice. 11 fucking over-the-top, fucking ass-fucking homosexuals and a granny.
Granny.
I mean, think of the odds of that. I thought I was in Chicago, which was Partyland. After that, it was just a continuous stream of gays and grannies and grandes.
Grandes. Fat
I don't give a fuck. I hate 100% of their ass. So, 6 months I went to the bar 3 times. In 6 months, 3 times. Once with the granny and the fag, and I wish I hadn't gone. At the very end with 2 girls, one of them that was probably doable, but
Everyone's hearing this. That's the
granny and the fag.
Everyone is hearing this. He has no idea.
Oh my God.
And the fucking flight attendants are hearing it.
Right, of course. Oh man, I didn't. Grannies, fags, and grandes.
Fag basher, turn right to 090. Yeah, granny fucker. Come down to 16.
Was he banging the grandes, you think? Or the grannies? Basically, bitching.
He was pissed because he was wanted to get laid and wanted to fuck some of the flight attendants, but they were all gay or grannies or what did he say? Grandes.
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 It's a fatty.
Yeah, that's great. A fucking I got a plane full of fucking grandes.
I mean, his language might be a little salty, but is he speaking the truth or what? You guys fly a lot. What happened to the hot-looking
they're
fucking
gone.
stewardesses?
Thing of the
I get
past.
old men. I'm going, what happened?
Yeah.
Where did he go wrong? Like you try to profile him, and you're going, what happened? This man is fucking 52.
Yeah.
He's old, and he's walking up and down the aisle with a tray.
Anything sadder than the old guy at McDonald's?
Oh man,
McDonald's is a different ballgame.
It is sad, though, man.
Not down there drinking milkshakes at McDonald's.
McDonald's.
We had a fucking
Like, what
pilot.
happened to your life that you're now at McDonald's as an old white guy?
I had a fucking pilot last week going to Indy, and he was trying to be funny, and he's telling these horrible jokes, and which is bad enough. There's people on the plane laughing. I'm going, if those people ever saw me, they would hate me live if they're laughing at this fucking horribleness. It's just fucking, don't be funny. Fly the fucking plane. We don't want to hear your jokes.
Maybe he wants to be a fucking
Yeah,
funny
maybe
man.
he wants to make everybody's flying experience. What airline?
It was on,
Air.
You can say what airline.
Chuckles.
It was the ones that just took over the other one, but they say it's a merger, even though it's not. It was a
Continental
takeover.
United.
Yeah.
Well, I heard Continental more took over United, but they
Oh,
just
yeah?
can't say it like that because it's Chicago-based United, and Obama's from Chicago, and so is Eric Holder. So it wouldn't
Oh
go
shit,
Really?
motherfucker!
See, I heard more Continental employees were laid off.
through. Oh, maybe that. Well, that's
I don't
maybe,
know
maybe
what
that's
that
why
was.
because it benefited Chicago as opposed to Texas.
How old is this story, by the way?
It's a little.
I'm hearing it's kind of old.
Yeah, but we never
played it, so who
It's
gives
just
a
one of those
shit?
things I ran across a
Yeah.
couple days ago, and I went, "Holy fuck, we never did this, and this is great."
How old is it?
So I apologize if you've heard this before. I'd never heard this before.
Yeah.
Could you back up slightly?
Is that it?
And it's
There's no
still
more?
fucking good.
Okay, some girl showing her tits.
Oh, there you
Yay!
I'm looking at girl tits. Every so often.
Yay!
Flash your tits while I listen. It's great listening to a fucking pilot while I look at a girl's tits.
That's a perfect
Mouth talk.
situation.
Yeah.
Hit play on this.
At the very end with two girls, one of them that was probably doable, but we ended up going to the bar and then to the crew room in St. Louis, and all these two women wanted to do was one wanted to berate her sister and the other wanted to bitch about her husband. Literally. For 3 hours, me and the FO. When that was done, 2:30 got back to my room. I'm like, why the fuck did I step?
Okay, whoever's transmitting, better watch what you're saying.
Friendly, but they were still mopeds. You know what I mean?
Oh my
I still wouldn't want anyone to know if I had banged them. So, I mean,
Someone's trying to key over the guy's mic right now.
Yeah,
That's
trying to
a
help
guy
him.
trying to help him out, and he's someone's keying their mic down to just try to cover up what he's fucking saying and trying to get in there.
Hear the guy say you're
No,
Yeah.
obviously not.
Hey, idiot. Everybody's hearing you fucking talk about this. Watch your language.
What a fucking dolt.
Is he fired,
He's
this
just
guy?
rambling on and on. I wouldn't doubt he would have some type of
Oh, God.
fucking repercussions
Oh,
here for what
God,
he's
yeah.
saying.
Let's play this.
Yeah, I want to hear
I want
that.
anyone to know if I had banged them. So, I mean, it was a complete disaster for 6 months. Now I'm back in Houston, which is easily one of the ugliest bases. I mean, it's all these fucking old dudes and grannies, and there's like maybe a handful of cute chicks.
Okay, someone's got a stuck mic and telling us all about their endeavors. We don't need to hear that.
Houston, SkyWest 685. We were 19.5 for 230, and that was not us.
Skywest 6285, Houston Center. Roger, climb and maintain. Flight level tree 60.
360, Skywest 6285. And they wonder why airline pilots have a bad reputation.
Zone 28, contact Fort Worth Center now 133.1.
Yeah, give me my radio frequency and stop pontificating.
Number 7, Hotel Bravo to Center Palace Square, should maintain 50240.
2407 Hotel Bravo.
And it wasn't us either.
Yeah, they're all trying to just, hey, it wasn't me.
Roger. I didn't think that was you.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't us, Tower. But boy, how about those niggers?
And how about fucking, what do you think went through that guy's mind when he saw that open mic light?
Oh,
Like,
my God. And just trying to think of what he said. Trying to flash back like, oh, boy, what did I say?
Maybe nobody paid attention.
People are saying this pilot rules, and a lot of people saying they're
course.
hearing it for the first time. So
I would,
what are you gonna do?
yeah. That's a good pilot right there.
How can you get fired for speaking the truth?
Got a swagger. Yeah. That's Chuck Yeager right there. That's a Chuck Yeager kind of man's man. It's the guy you want flying your plane, right?
Sure.
Although I think the lack of sleep is a little, he's like, I should have just, he's probably sitting there like, bah, look at this fat broad, this old broad, some gays.
He's hung over with no pussy juice on his fingers.
Damn it! Why don't I just fucking?
Why is there a hot
back
girl
to my
inside
room?
that plane?
Yeah, what airline is that?
Southwest.
Southwest has a bikini broad laying down.
Later on in the month, Southwest Airlines flight attendants were set to file discrimination charges against Southwest Airlines for pilot's tirade.
See, that's what's wrong with
Why?
you fucking broads. So what?
Guy's expressing his opinion.
Yeah.
A bunch of grandes.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I don't know for sure yet.
I'm sure.
Oh,
maybe no one ratted him out. Maybe it was like, well, we don't know who the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Oh, they know.
Yeah,
they
the people
know
on the plane. They go, that was our plane.
Well,
no, they don't know.
It
that.
wasn't over
They
the.
weren't-
It wasn't
they
over
weren't
the
hearing
intercom.
They weren't hearing it.
No.
I thought they were hearing that over the
You
intercom.
thought I was like,
I thought it was going over the planes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to level off at about 35,000 feet, and then I'm going to tell you a few stories about these fucking queers and these women that are fat and old, and how I was trying to get laid before this flight. I got no sleep, just hanging out at the hotel bar, and let me tell you, these cunts wouldn't fucking put out. I needed a piece of pussy so fucking bad, but the place was full of fags and old broads.
And fat broads.
And fat broads, too, thank you, co-pilot. And, yeah, you could unbuckle your seatbelts right now, walk freely about the cabin that's full of old fucking skanky cunt and faggots.
Wait. No, that was the fucking picked up by the ground, by the
that's air
tower.
traffic
By the
control.
tower.
But then it's
Other
not a
planes
story.
that are flying around.
But if it's not going out to the people, then it's
going out
just
to fucking
to
the rest
other
of the
guys in the tower. Big deal. It's going out to other.
And other planes were hearing it?
Yeah, but not,
So why
not
did
the people, though.
Right. So
Well,
that
it's
would have
not
been
really a
funny if
story.
there's some woman back there. And
But I
other
mean,
flight
you kind of
attendants.
make a good point because it was among the pilots, so one
Yeah,
of those
who gives
pilots
a
had to
fuck?
rat him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it was
They
going
could have
out
kept
to
it
the
among
plane,
themselves, but
if it was
amongst themselves.
If it was going out to the people, when you say his mic was on, I thought the people could hear it on the plane.
No.
That's
The people
what,
know.
You know.
No.
So then it's really not who gives a fuck.
That's nice language.
Who gives a fuck? There's guys fucking talking about
Pussy,
flight
big
attendants
deal.
and pussy and
Yeah, but he's talking to another pilot. He's not talking where big deal.
Yeah.
It's not going out to the customers.
well, yeah, but
So then it's not a big deal. It's like if you and him sat around.
still a big deal.
No, it isn't. Why is it a
when
big
the
deal?
the mic's on.
Yeah, because
It was a
he's-
bad move.
You expect the pilots to be talking about, their course and fucking
It's a
equipment
fucking
in there.
10-hour flight. What are you
And
going to talk
fucking-
about? Switches the whole
I
time?
agree with
Switches.
you, but
Hey, look at that light. Look at that light up there. Look at that button.
they can't let you go if that shit happens, though.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but
Yeah, I do too. I think
if
it's
it was
funny.
a safe flight, landed properly, blah blah blah, then who
didn't
gives?
go
I
out
don't
to
give
the
a fuck
fucking
if this
public.
guy's trying to get laid.
They made it public by doing that, the fucking dumb airlines.
Yep.
They make themselves look bad.
Goody two shoes.
They are. They snitch on themselves.
One of those
they're
guys
fucking
was a
idiots.
goody two shoes.
Goody two
Yeah,
shoes.
some fucking
Goody,
rat.
goody two shoes. Can't call Rich's brother that anymore. It's terrible. I'm sorry, Rich. It's just a nasty thing to say.
Very funny, though. A goody stapled pen.
Remember I mentioned white guy McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Someone goes, hey, whatever happened to Leonard? That's a very good question. Do you remember Leonard?
Was he the old guy?
That celebrated 50 years
50 years at
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
What did they give him for that again? Just some
Wasn't a
horrible
milkshake, I assure you.
A watch, I think.
A watch, and they gave him a day off or something?
1 day off, yeah.
Something
No
like that.
fucking way. For 50 years?
50 years. We talked to Leonard.
Did he have stock in the company?
No.
He had nothing.
He was lower stock.
He was shit on.
Yes.
Poor bastard.
Oh, fucking
Is Leonard still at that McDonald's?
I believe he is.
Yeah.
nice
No
company.
way.
What company?
Billions of dollars, and they give him a fucking watch and a
I
day
call
off.
it Black Donald's. It's always that boom, coming to McDonald's. You ever see that? It's like the real soul kind of commercials. Occasionally they have the white ones where it's like, you know, they have the American kind of music and stars and stripes. And then there's boom, town, yeah, get a Egg McMuffin. So good.
Bring your book in.
There's Leonard.
Oh,
that
that is him. Yeah.
There's good old Leonard.
He's not still there. No fucking way.
Well, he did 50 years, and we just talked to him like 2 years ago, so he probably is up to 50.
What else would he be doing? Of course he's still
I thought
there.
he was retiring. No?
Didn't we try to like get him fired?
Tried to. You told him he was fired.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
what we did
right.
with him?
Got the bit.
You said he was...
Was it a good bit?
It was
Or did
really
fail
good.
miserably?
No, it really succeeded.
Oh, good.
Anthony said he was from calling from corporate.
From corporate headquarters of McDonald's.
I think he said they were going to go ahead and let him finish up the day there, but then that would be it for him.
Oh, yeah. Did he buy it? I don't remember. That.
Yeah, he was like a little bit,
Yeah, he was a little bit,
funny.
I think you have to be to work at McDonald's that long.
Good enough for the highlight reel?
Yeah, it was really good. People
Alright.
people still talk about it.
You want to break before Rain Pryor?
Sure,
So
I
we
gotta
can take our leakies?
That sounds like a good idea. I'm sure Sam will hand me some more paper I have to read.
Oh no, my friend.
That's it? I could lay back and just fucking hang like the rest of you guys?
I clear them out in the beginning, and that way...
Oh, thanks.
I got to thank Steven Singer. I got another ring.
Oh.
Free.
What?
I didn't have to pay
Payola.
a fucking dime.
That's payola.
Those people at Steven Singer, holy fuck, they do the right thing.
I don't think you should be saying that.
Free stuff.
Free, man. And it wasn't. I didn't have to pay for nothing.
Free.
Free. He's not going to give you free, but he's going to give you a good deal and good service.
You're not even... You're just plugging him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he gave you free merch. That's
Free.
totally illegal.
That's a firing offense.
Oh, God, please. Oh, Billy. I'm just saying he's a good guy.
I mean, he is a good guy, but that doesn't mean you should...
I should have done it during the live read to kind of hide it a little bit.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have admitted that you got it for free.
Free, man. I didn't have to pay a fucking dime, man. Someone
Righteous.
Someone needed a ring because they might have got engaged.
Who?
So fucking Steven Singer did the right fucking thing.
He's a good egg.
He is a good egg.
Him with his dumb fucking roses.
Hey Anthony, I played a golf course and four holes were inside the Indianapolis Speedway, and you could hear the cars zipping around. And
Really?
Yeah, the 4 hole. It's called Brickyard in Indianapolis, and 4 holes go into the Speedway.
What if one gets loose and fucking starts bouncing on the track?
What? A
Can
car?
that happen? No, the ball. What if a golf ball goes flying and
I don't know
starts
how-
bouncing down the track? Is
don't
that
know.
dangerous? I think it would be dangerous.
I think it would
Fucking
be.
Indy car in a golf ball meeting?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
4 holes at this golf course go into the.
Those racetracks are that big?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's fucking. Those cars.
Was
were
it in the
fucking-
infield?
It was on the inside. I don't know. Take a look at the picture.
You were there,
You were there.
motherfucker.
Were
I
they
couldn't-
circling
I'm on
you?
the- yes, you could hear them.
Then
yes.
you're on.
Yes. they're
How did you
circling.
get onto the infield of the track?
There's a
to
tunnel that goes
Oh, you had
under
to
and
go
up.
in the tunnel?
Yeah, in a tunnel.
So
with
you
your
went
golf
through the
cart.
tunnel, and then you're playing golf on the
For-
infield of the Indianapolis
Could
Motor
you
Speedway.
possibly get a ball on the track?
I don't know. I don't think so. You'd have to really slice it out of the way.
Yeah?
To hit it onto,
Like
I
more
think.
than the worst hacker?
I would
Yeah.
assume it would have to be impossible, or else they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine they'd even take the chance that a car doing upwards of 220 miles an hour can have any contact with a golf ball.
And the golf ball's bouncing willy-nilly
Yeah.
on the track.
Donk. Donk.
Well, during races,
Doink.
I think they closed. The
Oh, you
holes.
think?
I thought you said you heard cars, though.
No, they're practice. They were practicing.
Even practicing, it's still dangerous, right?
I would assume they do close the holes when they're having an actual race.
It's fucking cool though. I play with a fan that listens to you guys. He
Fascinating.
fucking, yeah. He fucking, and he was loaded. He was like a real person.
Drunk?
No, he's real. He owns hotels and everything.
Assumed by loaded.
No, it was fun. Oh boy, I have nothing today. I need.
Oh, Rich is going to be calling you. Rich is going to be calling you.
I had a
Opie.
couple good lines in the beginning,
You're
but I have
good,
nothing.
Rich.
I have no stories. I don't prepare. You know, I go in the fucking
You take
radio.
us for granted,
telling
I
the
think.
What's that?
You take us for granted, I think.
No, I don't. It's just
I
like
bet you prepare for the the Bob and Tom show.
Yeah, you probably do.
no, I don't prepare for any radio.
No?
Because it usually comes naturally.
Neither do
and
we.
Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
No, you have these new lights. I fucking like them, man. I feel like I'm on the set.
I'm just gonna.
We're talking about studio lights. You're right. You suck.
Back here.
Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Thank you, whoever you are. Rain Pryor in studio. Rich Voss in studio. Rich Voss is going to be quick, Rich, because this is your last plug. Because when Rain gets in here, you're done. You are done.
The Laughing Devil this weekend in Queens, and next weekend Joker's Wild in Connecticut.
And we're going to be. We're actually going to be. The whole show is going to be in Cleveland next week, next Friday.
That's right.
The 27th at the Hard Rock, because I'm shooting my special the 28th, and I'm in Cincinnati this weekend, which is about 3 hours or 4 hours from Cleveland. So.
Very good.
Are you going from Cincinnati to Cleveland, or are you coming back?
Of course not. It's fucking 4 hours away.
It's a week later.
Why would I sit there all week and do what?
What is it, the 1800s game? 1800s? He's going to get on a stagecoach?
Where's our guest?
What are you talking about?
Get some Skyline chili.
Where's our guest?
She got scared and ran.
Aw.
Thank you.
Or she's right
here
there.
comes Roland bringing our guest in.
And Rich will play golf next week, hopefully, finally.
These aren't standing up.
Rain Pryor, first time on the show.
Hello.
Hi, Rain.
Hello.
Take a seat.
Welcome.
Make yourself at home, as they say.
Rich Voss to your right, Jim Norton to your left, Anthony Opie.
How you doing? I'm Rich. How's it going?
There you go. We're actually on the air.
Hey, look at that.
That's
Hey.
how we work. We just go,
That's awesome.
come on, why not?
Just jump right into it, right?
We call it casual, but it's more unprofessional, we like to say.
I like it.
I have your book, but I haven't read it yet.
Well,
That's good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But at least you have it.
Yeah, I just wanted to
that's
start
a
off
start
with a
then.
It's a
non-statement.
great place to put coffee.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
there you
going to
go.
read it, actually. I was looking through it. It was actually looks really good. I just have a bunch of books that I'm obsessed that I have to get to, and yours is one of them, and I haven't read it.
All right, that's all right. All right, cool. Yeah.
Do you get tired of hearing, like, because every comic tributes your dad? And so,
Yes, I do not get tired of
You
it.
don't, right?
No, I love it. I
Who
mean,
was
my
your dad?
is a guy named Richard Pryor.
Aaron Pryor, who's a boxer.
Exactly. Hilarious.
Did he ever see you do stand-up?
No, he wanted me to do stand-up. And I said no, because he's Richard Pryor. And I got tricked into it 2 years ago, and by then he had already gone. So now I'm doing it, and I think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you? It's got to be hard with like. It's like whenever you come with a big last name. I mean, it's like there's an additional pressure that most acts don't feel coming out.
Exactly. Like they're allowed to bomb, and I'm not. So I've had to find my place where I cannot do well, so I can get better. At, you know what I mean? So that's been a neat process for me. And I'm like, look, if you came to see my dad run a video, because you know I do a different kind of comedy. I would say.
Could you change your last name just to get some time where people maybe don't recognize you?
Most people do recognize me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're kind of stuck.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That'd be a good last name.
It would work.
Do you do the L.A. like the alternative room? Are you in L.A.?
No, I'm
based?
not. I'm in
Were you-
Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
Yeah, so I do a lot of the white trash rooms.
Well, I just came from. I was just there in Baltimore. There's a good room there.
The
Magoobies.
Magoobies. I've done Magoobies. I'm friends with Andrew Unger and Mark Unger. So I've done Magoobies. I've done what's the Comedy Factory? Yeah.
That's a
I've
fun
done
club where they give
Arlington
free
Draft
beer.
House.
Isn't it great? That's a
Love
great
it.
place.
Yeah, I
Great,
love it.
yeah.
And it's a weird trip. I just headlined actually in at Catch a Rising Star.
In where?
In Princeton.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
that still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm doing Sarcasm soon, and yeah, so it's been a trip.
You smell really good.
Thanks, I try.
Very
It's my
floral.
cigarettes, thank you.
Where's Sarcasm?
In Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So good. Good.
Wanna name any other clubs,
Italians and
Rich?
Jews get what I'm doing, so it's a lot of fun.
That's what your play is about, right? Because you're I
Italian
mean,
and
not being
Jewish?
black and being
Yeah.
biracial. I was going to say your father was black.
We know that.
And I don't think I know who your mom is. Your mom is not Jennifer.
No.
Jennifer, I remember.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
No, she was. You obviously don't like her. She was one of Richard's wives. But is she
you
the
want
one?
to say that? Go ahead.
Is she the one who was walking in and live in concert?
Get back now.
You don't like to talk about her.
No.
You hate her.
I don't hate her. She doesn't exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did your dad watch other
For
comics?
all of us.
Did he
She
watch?
doesn't exist.
Did he watch other comics and like he goes, I like this guy or I like that guy?
He appreciated Eddie Griffin. He appreciated Eddie Murphy until Eddie Murphy did the Coke and the Smile joke. So he
Why did he not like that? Because he was doing it as Richard smashing Cosby.
Yeah, and my dad's kind of like, you're supposed to be my friend, and now you're kind of. He felt it like a diss and a disrespect rather than this is a joke. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because my dad's like, if you ever heard his comment, he never made fun of other people in the business. Like, he wasn't that guy. So when it happened to him, he was kind of like, whoa, I don't know how this feels.
Did he think Murphy was Murphy shitting on him, or did Murphy really love him? And
I think Murphy really liked him. Murphy came to the house, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, Eddie Murphy's here!
How old were you?
12.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. So I freaked out. I was really excited. So I think Eddie really did appreciate my father, and likewise, it was like a new, seeing himself kind of in this young man.
He said in one interview that they didn't click. Did he say click or they didn't
jibe well?
Yeah. There was
I
something.
think that was part of it. I think when he did that, it was kind of like things shifted.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I think that's great about Fried Chicken and Latkes, my show, actually, is that I tell you a little bit stuff about my dad that maybe you didn't know, other than if you read the book.
Right.
So, so in that opportunity, you get to see, like, I do him live in concert. Actually, that 1979 concert, I do part of it in my show as him. So,
You
and I
sound
think
like him?
I think I can, yeah, which is cool.
It's weird though. It's like I guess it's a good thing in a way because people are interested in what you have to say before they know you. Just because it's like there's something to talk about before you, but it's also hard because then you're like, all right, I have to talk about this part of my life first.
But I don't, which is I lead up to it, and it's not a big section. Like he's a part of this section because there's so many different weird people in my life, so they kind of fit in. As opposed to like my best friend Kelly Carlin, my sister, her show is really about growing up being a Carlin, being, and this iconic dad. And my show's more about being black and Jewish. And this happens to be my father, Richard.
Wow, the daughters are best friends. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she actually contacted me after her dad passed away and said, "Would you be my sister?" And I said, "Oh my God."
That is so cool.
You're in a unique position.
Most people would put either Pryor or Carlin as 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They always just kind of move it around a little bit, but you'll always hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're on everyone's top 5 list, and then the daughters are hanging out.
Oh, mine's Arsenio and Brad Garrett.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow, Rich.
Back to talking about comedy clubs. Anyway.
It's got to be annoying to see so much of his stuff out there from other people too. It's like you watch as a stand-up, you watch so many guys doing Pryor concepts.
Yes,
and it was like,
yes.
But it was original when he did it, and it was real in the '70s. And now it's like you see so much manufactured fucking third-generation rage that isn't real.
Yeah.
Right. You do, and it's crazy because people always ask me, well, who's your favorite comedian now? And I'm like, it's kind of hard because there's not an original voice out there. There's no one willing to cross the line anymore because we're so, fucking PC. So nobody was I allowed to say that?
Oh, sure.
So we don't have that thing anymore, and it's weird. It's just like, I don't get it. I also don't get. I mean, I love the Louis C.K. and the Rick Overtons, but those are old to me. Those are still kind of like old school. In their way, and a lot of the new guys, it's kind of boring. It's like, that's great, but like, push it, go somewhere, tell me something I don't know, And same thing with black comedians. I don't get the whole like, and this is how black people are, and then this is how white guys are. I'm just like, really, it's kind of old. We know that already.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was done in the mid '70s on Richard's albums, and it's like you're not going to say anything about race that he didn't hit on, unless it's something that happens in the news today. Patrice, you were in the audience once when he was on stage, right?
Yes.
And he loved telling that story about because he said that you were a great sport and he was having fun with you.
Yes, that was. I could not believe he said from the stage, I would love to have some Richard Pryor pussy dog. That was the weirdest thing. I was like, excuse me? So after that, every time I saw him, I was like, you ain't getting nothing.
I think your father would have loved him.
Yeah, I think so too. He was and he was such a beautiful man. He was a really good man, and he was very funny, and he was a great thinker, so.
You mean Patrice?
Yeah, Patrice.
Yeah, he was one of those guys, and we were talking about him recently, like, he was really not overrated. Like, you could put him in a room. I mean, a Pryor was a better comic, and not to disrespect Patrice, who I love. But if you put him in a room with anybody, Patrice in a room with any comic that ever performed, he could be in that room and be comfortable and as funny as them talking.
Absolutely, absolutely. And which is, makes him even more endearing to me.
Were you friends with, I mean, sure you know, but are you still friends with Mooney? Do you still see Paul?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm friends. I guess if I see him, I say hi, but it's not like I call him up and be like, hey, Mooney, how's, white people?
He's
a bit obsessed with that.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah. We've had him on the show a few times and gotten into some pretty heated discussions. Yeah. But then he'll look over and wink and let you know, like, all right.
Right, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, we're just fucking around.
Yeah, he has a very charismatic smile. It's hard not to like Mooney when he says something and it's like, and then he smiles. Farrakhan can do that too. He can fucking...
he's a charmer. I had dinner with Farrakhan, so I know. That man's a charmer.
Dinner with Farrakhan.
Did he know you were there?
That would be a great movie, actually.
What was that like?
It was interesting because I was actually in town.
Did he only talk to half of you?
Basically. I sat on this side. And basically, I was there to do Fried Chicken and Latkes, my solo show. And so coming to see him and going, yes, I'm doing a show about being black and Jewish. And how do you really feel? And he was like, most people think, say I'm a racist or I'm anti-Semitic. But the truth is, and I was like listening to him. And it was interesting.
Did he come to your show?
Of course not. I mean, first of all, it was for the ADL. So as soon as I mentioned to the ADL that I was with Louis Farrakhan, they were like, what? I was like the Antichrist in the room. No pun intended. But,
so he treated you well during dinner?
He did. And it was very interesting. He comes with his own chefs and things happen in the hotel. And I was received. It was interesting. I was surrounded first. Like it was almost like being the Secret Service, because a whole group of guys, the Nation Brothers, came up and they're like, Sister Pryor, would you like to meet the minister? And at first I'm like, who the hell is the minister? And then I felt really lame because they're like, Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I'm like, all right. And they call up and then I get a phone call. He will now receive you.
Receive you.
And I was like, ooh.
Nice.
Yeah,
they're pretty hardcore guys, right?
He is. And but look, the nation is the nation. It's not to be confused with real Islam. It's a different form. It's a very militant organization. It's kind of like the, the Christian.
The right, the Christian.
Yeah, but there's like a new group that's kind of it's the same rhetoric. It's just switched to white people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, the Tea Party?
Yeah, basically.
So you're rich.
You're pretty. He's just like,
oh well,
I feel like I know
one person in the room.
Voss.
Have I met you ever?
I'm a big act.
You are.
He's a big act.
You're big. You're here.
When you say I'm a big act and someone says you are, and it's not an exclamation point, it's a question mark. You're a nobody.
You are. Yeah, it's not. You are.
First of all, here's the thing. What?
I don't know. Just a comic for 28 years.
That's probably
First white guy in Def Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably where I've seen you.
Now you're doing good after 28 years. Hey, I think I seen you once. Were you on MTV's Jim Brewer show in Seaside Heights? So,
I didn't mean any disrespect, by the way.
You're probably accepted by like a lot of
groups.
Yeah, because your father was like he made hard people to laugh. Like, you know what I mean? Like he pimps and guys like that you really weren't associated with going to comedy shows.
Right. And that's because Mama ran a brothel, so that made that a lot easier.
Right.
Yeah.
How close were you to your grandmother?
Wow. Very, very close. I do her in my show too. And so I was very, 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 very close to her.
And he loved her, right?
Yes, he did. He did. And she helped to raise us, when we were with him. So, and she was always very truthful. And that's, I think, what his comedy to me represents, and what we try to do in our lives is just to be as honest as possible.
Was that a rough upbringing? I mean, because we've all heard. It's funny. I met Diana Ross on a plane, and all I wanted to talk to her about was Pryor. I'm like, was he? Because I'd heard there was times where they said he was a little difficult.
Right.
I'm sure. And I asked her, and she just didn't want to give anything up. She's like, oh, he's a genius. And she wouldn't talk to me.
I guess maybe he was difficult, but he was difficult because he wanted certain things done a certain way, and especially. In his one of the first films that actually Mr. Melvin Van Peebles was a part of. And then that got switched out because my dad was, kind of like, I'm Richard Pryor. But the truth is my dad was the kind of very straightforward in business and knew everybody's name, was nice to, you know what I mean? He was that guy. So... they can say what they want about him. I know.
Yeah, a lot of times they're not even saying it in a bad way. I mean, it's just, they were saying there's certain times it was just
sometimes,
rough.
look, you got to be in your trailer and smoke a joint. Don't bug me. You know, if I got to do a line, I got to do a line. I'll be there in a minute. You know, that could take a while. So,
do you know? Was it true that him and Harvey Keitel and Yaphet Kotto really didn't like each other on? Because I've heard all these stories about Blue Collar, which I love. I think,
which I have a picture of in my bedroom.
The poster or the three of them.
Which is amazing.
I think it's an underrated movie, and I think he was like an underrated actor. I mean, I think like Murphy got great roles, and it's like almost like Pryor was a better actor. Not to knock Eddie Murphy, but I always thought Richard was a better actor.
He was, though. My dad was an amazing actor. He's an amazing mind. He studied people, and that's, I think, a little bit of the difference between Murphy and my father. Although Murphy has, to me, has grown in certain ways. My dad was a real artist.
And he also did, like, besides Blue Collar, he did, obviously, Grease Lightning and like all these, and Lady Sings the Blues, like serious movies that like Eddie Murphy doesn't seem like he went into any of those areas.
No, not so much. No.
He kind of went into kids' movies.
Yeah. Hercules.
When did he made a transformation? Your dad wasn't he a clean act, and all of a sudden he was a clean act, and didn't it happen when Cosby set up the showcase or around then?
Cosby.
I said Cosby.
I know what you said.
What the fuck? I asked. Didn't he make this transition?
He did. He went to Vegas, actually, and that's where it started to happen. He was like on the stage and had this moment because everyone around him is like, you have such this unique voice, just use it. And there he was, and it was kind of like the first time he kept out of the box, and they're like, "You'll never work in Vegas again." And then, there he was, freaking huge after that.
Yeah.
You know, my dad was really, I mean, that was his thing. Let me immolate who I see, because that's what you did at the time. I mean, he was, and I think him and Carlin kind of broke that box. Do you know what I mean? They became like this free form, and it started a new generation of comedy. Lenny Bruce was doing it during Lenny Bruce's, moment, and so this was the new shift away from the skinny ties and the nice suits. My dad came home with cocaine and a silk shirt.
But wasn't Jimmy Walker like dirty and had a lot of resentment because he turned, like, they told him, no, you got to be clean. Like, he was a dirty comic, Jimmy Walker, kind of like before your dad was. And I think it was Gabe Kaplan or someone said, no, you got to clean it up. And then Pryor got so famous, and Jimmy Walker was fucking JJ, and I heard held all this resentment throughout his career that he didn't go that route that your dad went.
You know, and that's I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, poor J.J. Walker. I mean, you were on a series for years, and everyone knows who you are, too.
He's an angry man.
Yeah. Well, you know, angry black man. It's the story of my life.
I don't know, but he's had a lot of time since then to improve on his stand-up, and let's be honest, it hasn't been phenomenal.
No,
exactly. You know, he hasn't exactly.
He could have done whatever he wanted the last 25 years. It wasn't successful for him. Blame yourself, man.
But he was, but he was a good man. I'll tell you that much. Jimmy Walker definitely was a good man. So.
Really?
I mean, not was. I guess he still is. I just don't know him now.
Yeah, I was rolling through the Rolodex in my head going, is he still alive?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I guess he is.
So you play covers, what, you're doing it, I actually want to say it's this weekend. Are you only doing it this weekend?
I'm only doing it this weekend.
It's at the, how do you say it?
Abingdon
Theater Arts Complex. Dorothy Streisand Theater. It's here in New York. It's on West 36th Street. And you can go to @RainPryor on Twitter. And I'm really annoyed that I'm not here. No, I'm going to be
Cincinnati.
Out of town,
really?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fried chicken and latkes. What exactly is it about?
It's about growing up black and Jewish in the late 60s, early 70s, and I played different characters of that period that were in my life. My mom, my paternal grandmother, my maternal grandmother. You know, I cover both sides, the Jewish, the black, my dad, and talk about his death, and
What did you? Obviously, you knew he was really sick. Did you know he was about to die, or was it a shock?
Yes, I knew I felt he was leading up to that. I was shocked when I heard it was a heart attack. I was devastated by that. But I knew it was leading up to that, and me and my brothers and sisters, we did what we could to try to kind of rescue him from what was going to be inevitable anyway, but we wanted to offer something different for him. And I'm very big with multiple sclerosis and advocacy for it, and especially for those who are caregivers and the children of. So it's a big part of what I do in my life.
Was he in a bad way was he in a bad living situation at the end?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Because as a comic, you hear rumors that it just wasn't that good for him at the end. Because of the way he was, who he was living with, I guess. How was he growing up, and your dad always with different women or meeting all these different people. It's like, you have your mom, and then he's got this one or this one or this. I mean,
right. I didn't know anything different, I guess. I mean, in hindsight, you look and go, wow, my dad was a player. But, now I don't, looking back, it didn't really faze me that much. I wasn't like looking for the mommy thing from anyone else. So I kind of was like, oh, she'll be here for a minute and then he'll get rid of her. And I think one time me and my brothers and sisters brought him condoms because we're like, maybe you want to use this because you keep having kids. So this might be helpful.
How many did he end up having?
There's 6 of us.
6.
Yeah.
And do you remember the fire, obviously?
Yes. Yes, I do. I mean, when my dad went to the hospital and the doctor came out and said, Mrs. Pryor, 8 women stood up. So that was an interesting.
That's true, right?
Yeah, that is true. Yes, it is. It was an interesting moment.
Wow.
And you're like wondering, who is my mom's like, I know I was. I know that one.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know these over here. Yeah.
Did that change him at all?
Pussy?
No.
No. Sorry. I'm confused by the question.
No, the fire.
I think it did for a moment. It did for a moment, and then, he was spiraling down. Mama had just passed away, and it was kind of like part of this spiral and this cycle. And I think what changed in him was like, okay, I don't get to leave the planet. He wanted to kill himself, so he didn't get to leave the planet. God had another, plan in his head. That's what he said. That he was like, no, you're going to stay here and experience some pain. And and that was it. So that's what he did.
Why did he want to
shared
kill
it with
himself?
us. I mean, Mama just died, women, drugs, it's I think it's a psychology of a genius. I mean, they're all crazy, and you watch them go really high and then down.
The only guy I ever saw talk to him as an equal, and like all the interviews I saw, was Carlin. Like he did, I think it was Larry King or whatever, and all these comedians were calling in Roseanne, and they were all just paying homage. And the only guy that called in and was like rich and like just shit on him for Bogart and joints was Carlin. Like he called in and talked to him as a friend. He was the only guy I ever saw.
But I think because Carlin was so real, and you know what I mean, and so he was grounded. And especially, I mean, I see it in his daughter, so I get it. Like we really did grow up the same people, just with different dads, but these iconic dads, and so I get that. I wouldn't be surprised at that, actually.
Does she do stand-up or no?
No, but she does storytelling, and she's a prolific writer, and so that's her thing. We've been trying to tell her to do stand-up, because I'm like, look, if I'm doing it, and I'm allowed to bomb sometimes, so are you. And she's like, I don't know, It's crazy.
But why don't you guys do something together?
We want to, actually, even with Lenny Bruce's daughter. We want to do, like, Daughters of the Revolution.
Wow. That'd be cool.
Because our dads were iconic in their...
Right.
In their thing. So, yeah, we want to, whether it's our storytelling and, so one day I think we will.
It's interesting just to hear the stories from that perspective, because, we've all read the books or you heard a million things, but just to somebody who lived with these people who was comics, I mean, none of them are around anymore. And your father met once, I mean, I never got to know him, unfortunately. So where else are you doing this? And how can people follow you if they're not going to?
You can follow me on Twitter at Rain Pryor. You can go to my website, rainpryor.com. I'd like to keep it simple. Right. I'm also director, so I'm directing a lot of shows around the country, and that's what I do. And I run a theater in Baltimore. And,
okay.
Yeah,
so this weekend here in New York, I appreciate it, and hopefully people go out and see it. It's at 312 West 36th Street. Richard's daughter, Rain, fried chicken and latkes, and Rain Pryor on Twitter. Thank you so much. I'm
thanks
really
for
happy.
having me. It's really cool.
Thank
you.
Cool.
Absolutely. We're ending for the day, too.
Rich,
your plug, Rich.
Oh, this week, The Laughing Devil. Get my fucking CD, Still Empty Inside, on iTunes. It's great. And the podcast, My Wife Hates Me. All right, next weekend, fucking Jokers in Connecticut. Go fuck yourselves. I don't like any of you.
I'll be in Cincinnati at the Funny Bone tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and next week I will be in Cleveland with the boys. Friday, we're doing the show.
That's awesome.
From the Hard Rock, 3 to 7 in the afternoon.
Very good. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.